How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to episode 10 of Echoes of Ragnarok, our wonderful little all-Australian, Australian-timed Norse mythology TTRPG stream, all based within my own homebrew world of Hymgard. We are very excited to be back. We've had a little bit of a break, not entirely planned, but, you know, life does happen. Once again, we are missing Ulf. This should be the last week that he is out, but he, you know, life happens to all of us, and life's hit him pretty hard recently. Anyway, first of all, before we jump into anything, as we're going to try to get in pretty quick, because if you're watching this on YouTube, we're running a little bit late tonight. I would like to shout out our wonderful affiliates. We are calling out one affiliate every night to stop us from calling all of them out at once, but if you would like to find out about all of them, please go and check in the description or in the panels below. Tonight, I would like to call out our wonderful friends at Deli. These are Deli are a wonderful company who sell beautiful artisanal luxury dice, and they are now proudly making the official Hymgard set. It comes in a light or a dark set, which are made from resin, but also contain some wonderful gemstones that are very significant to the Viking Age. You can also, at the moment, depending on when you get to it, get the wonderful Hymgard storage box, and which also comes with a trinket. So please go and check them out. Buy some dice. They're all very, very pretty dice, and they're wonderful people. Did a little Porky Pig there. But with that, and also, yes, check out all of our other wonderful affiliates. Yes, but with that all said, let's quickly jump into our next episode of Echoes of Ragnarok. So, who would like to recap our last session?
I will try my best.
Do my darndest.
My brain is cooked. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Last time we had a couple theories about what was going on with the mind control and figuring out things around that, which led us down the path to question our good friend Eric's magic and how useful it could be. Only to find out, Eric, bit of an illegal mage. Bit of a, can't have that, can we?
Judging the two of us all the time, but
yeah, judging us.
The illegal.
Yeah.
Undocumented. Just
I went to my school. I got my papers.
You're a different league.
I'm a respected member of the community.
Mm-hmm.
After finding out such things, I can't remember what Ada did, but I know that Hugo went on a engineering spree, while Eric, I believe, passed out.
I had a panic attack.
That's the one. Yeah. Ada, what did you do? Do you remember?
Pushed you guys along in the plot.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
I made sure that the game kept running.
Who else did you push?
I was all like, I pushed people at once. I was like, do we need to do a shopping episode every episode, or can we just say we have the clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Also want to add, Hugo got kicked in the face and thrown into the water, but he did not get sacrificed.
The episode is actually named after it.
Boot to the face.
No, the last so episode 9, if I'm not mistaken, of Echoes of Ragnarok is called A Kick in the Teeth.
Gorgeous.
we saw Hugo's amazing flirting ability.
Yeah.
Really like hone it in.
Did we?
Any stress that for some reason Ada felt amazingly relieved, even though she was not in the vicinity of what was happening. She could just feel something in her waters that everything was going to be okay.
Everything's gonna be fine.
And was Hugo flirting?
With when he got kicked in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's flooding to you.
Funnily enough, the reason he got kicked in the face.
And I guess the highlight of Ada's version being that she was wearing Ada's shirt, even though she wasn't there. That was the highlight of.
Yes, that's all right. Cool.
And then I believe we were all gathering back at Eric's place. Ada was grabbing coffee, and I showed up with 37 boxes inside 37 boxes.
Oh yes.
Like
and
Russian
then we
nesting
went
dolls.
to the
Yeah.
men's gallery / your. Didn't we?
That was
Or was that
before.
episode
That was
before?
before that.
Ah.
But yeah. Yes, you went to the lodge, where you ran
and
into
we got-
Tarek Thordramar,
Mhm.
the mead merchant,
I have notes. Yep.
who has agreed, upon having a wonderful conversation with each of you, decided that he would treat these what he has now labeled local commoners to a wonderful show.
Like actual noble in the party.
I'm not
Call me what you
noble.
want while I'm picking your pocket. That's fine. And Olga has agreed to go with us as a
That's right.
escort
Yes.
for Barrack.
Oh, I thought we were going to dress up. What's his name? Webbs? What's
What?
that kid I hate?
Weaver.
Weaver. I'm thinking Webbs. Weaver, Webbs. I thought we were going to dress him up in drag and send him there. That was my idea.
That's first off, that's a child.
Yeah. That first of all, that's a child.
in
Oh,
danger.
that's right.
Second of all, it'd be way more entertaining to dress him up as a monkey. And make
Look, dress me up in drag.
you wouldn't. No, you couldn't.
You
pull it
go
off.
from a 3 to a 4.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna think -2, but
Oh dear.
Only
So-
if you're doing makeup.
So, as yep. So you, where were we up to? So bring coffee, which would make it basically. So this is the day of the
party.
day of the concert. The town is as you are heading over. It's there's a little bit of hubbub about it. Anyone wandering the streets, or you would have heard about it. Anyone wandering around the city would have heard a little bit of murmurings about this concert, about this grand show that's meant to take place. There is a number of the local, sort of like common folk and working class who have been, whether it be by sort of lottery or just luck, has been granted entry, just for sort of in the like general amphitheater, with what it sounds like a number of sort of like booth seatings for the more higher ups that Bragi would invite to show his newfound wonders to. So you had so Eric, you were at
My clinic.
your clinic.
And I'm probably working on some random schmuck that has come through the door. Maybe treat a kid with a cold or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And heading your way, Ada, you have stopped for coffee. And Hugo has a number of boxes.
One massive box at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So you have found like one very large box or crate.
And then a smaller one, and 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 a smaller one.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yep.
So you, I think we said you found like, I'll say,
Kind of like those ones you find at the cheap shops. How they're just like,
yeah, it's those like the nesting containers at Aldi that I fucking hate.
they're amazing though.
They are amazing, but when I want like meal prep containers, we're getting off topic.
They're never there.
Like,
Hey, you keep the game on track, D. I'm
yeah.
GM.
As I keep saying to Jazza, this is your show. Yeah. So you found like there's about, you found like about like a 15 set box of containers that is just of these like wooden boxes that are just progressively smaller and smaller and smaller till like the last
yay big.
Yeah, till the last one's like a little like jewelry box, shoe box sort of thing.
Yeah, like half the size of a shoebox.
Yeah, easy enough. Like 2 silver, done.
Already marked it off.
Heading back. So you head back towards Eric's clinic. Cool. Yeah, you heading over. I'd say with everything going on. Also, like the two of you, Ada and Hugo, you arrive about the same time out the front of Eric's. So basically, I imagine like Hugo,
How big is the box? Do you see Hugo? Or do you just see a box?
Oh no, it is inside, like it's nesting, like it's all you would see one box.
Yeah,
and then
I think what she means is when I'm holding the box, she can't see my face.
Oh yeah, no. Holding the box like that. Essentially, it's the full, like he has to turn to see where he's going, sort of thing. Like
you just see legs out of a box.
You just see a box with legs when you open the door.
Solid Snake reference.
Free.
Just like, where's my friend? Close the door.
Kicks the door. Open the bloody door, mate.
What even is that?
Good morning. Get out of the way.
Maneuver, just like, okay.
I'm not
morning,
going to see
Ada.
if there's anyone on the operating table, so you can decide whether there is someone there. I'm going to put the box on the operating table.
Oh god. Don't be mean to like. I feel like if there was someone, I would just steer him out of the way and just kick him somewhere else.
Where am I going?
That way. I don't care. Whatever. I'm this way. Shoe.
No, it's a bit bigger than a shoe. I put the box down.
Cool. There is no one at the table. I would say there's no one at the table at this point, having just sent your last patient off. The table is clear.
I just don't want him on the table then.
You just wanted to be a nonce.
Yeah.
While they're bickering in their normal, like, odd couple way, Ada's just gonna, like, slip in, put coffees in, like, certain little spots, and then, like, sit in Eric's office chair and put her feet up on his desk.
Valid. That is the best chair.
And just be like,
To be honest, it's one of the only chairs.
yes.
Correct.
I will jump on the operating table then, since it's probably one of the only other seats.
I just look around, all my best seats are taken, just...
Still in the box, mate.
1, thank you, Ada. As I pick it up. 2, what the hell is this?
Accurate depiction of the coffee size compared to Hugo.
What have you brought me?
It's a box.
I can see that. What's in it?
A box.
Just... Is it going to be a glitter bomb again? Because I swear to the gods,
So you got that one wrong. The last time it was confetti. There's a difference. It's the size, okay?
I will
It's better
send you
glitter
to
and
hell
confetti
myself.
than, like, the head of your ex-wife or something like that, so...
There you
I
go.
would be very disturbed because
Are you married, Ada?
I was never married.
I said Ada, not Eric.
It's
Were
okay,
you
Eric
married?
thinks they're the scent of me. Several times.
Damn.
Don't know if she's kidding or not.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
You got married. Rough.
Eric's gonna start opening the box as they're chatting,
You open the box.
and then he's just gonna stop as he sees another box. Just, well, he wasn't lying. Pulls open that box, like
He takes it out of the box.
You wanna-
tips it over in the process. I feel like it's like almost a bit like less tall than him, so he kind of
It's so light.
Yeah, they are more or less like balsa wood or MDF boxes. Like they are clearly like what look from the outside like they're very nice. Like they're very, sort of neat and tidy and cleanly made, but they are more or less very thin, like thinly cut, untreated pine. Like they are not heavy at all, and they are almost flimsy. Like feeling like slightly delicate as you take them out. But they're not they're not necessarily delicate.
Got it. So
I like to think there's post-it notes on some of them, like the next one's the one.
Eric's gonna just keep going out, and until like he starts actually making his way to the desk where Ada's feet are at, and just keeps doing stuff. And he's like, "Show me
Very
off.
last one.
Show
Ada's
me
like,
off."
Ada's
And there's
like,
another
you
one.
know he does this to you because you continually play with his hyperfixations when he brings them to you.
It's like, I don't know why I'm his hyperfixation though, and why he wants to annoy me all the time. How many boxes did you buy?
Oh, yeah, see, look, the post-it note says very last one.
That's difficult. Bloody liar.
There's another one.
Oh, just fuck.
And then after that one is the final one.
I throw the second last one at your head. And it's like, if I swear this is another box. Oh.
You see a small metal box with a tiny little latch on it. That's just an easy crescent moon latch.
Please don't let it be a bomb. Please don't let it be a bomb. Please don't let it be a bomb.
And
I'm
do you
not
mind
dead.
if I describe it, or would you?
Yeah,
like
no,
to
you go
describe
for it.
So the design is, if you could imagine, industrial core, but there are some etchings around the actual bolts holding pieces of it together where it's small spirals going around and around, and to each one it moves on to the next, and around the entire opening it continues. The gun itself is gun-looking thing is very sleek, but then at the very end you just see the point of it's definitely made of brass because this is Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
You see a small point and a locking mechanism at the back and a trigger with a large drawback that seems to pull back a coil as more of a you would know it as more of a reload.
Yeah.
Like to re-spin a coil. Like
he's just holding
Rip
up
card.
and just like, you made me
Ada
a
just
gun?
like takes the tip of it that kind of is waving towards her face and points it away from herself.
no. Points it away from me as well.
You made me a gun?
You've pointed it at your medicine cabinet. I would not do that. Point it at your foot. There you go. No, I haven't made you a gun. A gun would not have a metal piece sticking out the very end.
A very odd-looking crossbow, then?
You could probably shoot someone with it. It would hurt. No, I've made you a retractable hook.
Oh.
I've made you a grappling gun. Since you are an illegal...
Okay, I'd really...
Hold on.
wish you
I'm
didn't tell me
getting
that.
to a nice bit. Since
Hold
you are
on,
an
I'm
illegal...
getting to a nice bit.
Ice Agent has entered the chat. Sorry.
I'm getting to a nice bit, alright?
Yeah.
Since you are an illegal, you're going to need a way to escape, because all the magics that I've seen you use are to touch someone's face and do something to them, probably healing, I don't know, and detect if anyone's got any decent brains in a building. So really, in a fight, your magic's not that useful. So I thought, all right, whoever gets caught needs to run away, aim for the rooftop and run. It will pull your weight, but if you hold your ground, don't aim for anything large when you do this. Aim for something lighter than you. You'll be able to pull something towards you.
Well, this is very thoughtful, and Thank you.
It's also how I'm paying for a lot of my medical bills. You're welcome.
Of course it is.
Yep. But it's a gift. Yeah.
You know, it's not really a gift. It has a receipt attached. You know, forget it. Thank you
already
very much.
Actually, while you're here, I
record.
pull out a bit of paper. Can you just sign the bottom of that? Yeah.
Just-
I'm not responsible for any injuries that you do with that item. Yep.
I just grab like something and just quickly scroll
Yeah,
on it.
Wonderful. There you go.
So it's like, concerts tonight. I'm going to start whipping up some batches of my gout medicine to have something to show off, and so essentially we need to have a good plan to. As I'm talking, I'm just like pulling stuff out of my medicine cabinet, and I'm starting to like mix potions together as I talk. We're going to need a plan to get close to the musician, because that was the one the assassin was trying to kill, or at least distract. The others were trying to distract, and they're trying to get at. So if we can get to him, we can probably get some answers.
Wasn't
Can
there
we get
also
some of
a
that
thought-
berserker medicine of yours as well?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure I have it somewhere.
berserker medicine?
You know, that one she made that was supposed to make people fall
She?
asleep, but
It was-
sorry, he made that instead. Instead of making them go to sleep, kind of made them insanely strong and insanely strong and insanely fast.
No,
And
no,
then
but-
a massive
sunlight.
fall down afterwards. You're gonna be sleeping after that. Bloody hell.
no. It wasn't berserker medicine. It was simple remedy that gets the heart pumping after someone has a cardiac arrest.
And why would you give that to people we're trying to knock out?
I didn't. Someone switched the labels. I can't prove it, but I know it was you.
I think that you may have been casting too much, and it kind of undid its screws somewhere.
I'll
Hey,
unscrew.
people make mistakes. It's all right. You just need to own up to them.
I will own up to that when I'm dead and buried and cold in the ground, and I will unscrew the screws I put in your head.
Don't do that. They itch sometimes, though.
Well, maybe it's because there's something loose in your brain.
Well, yeah, I hooked myself up to a Tesla coil before, and it just...
It's like, anyways, this is what it is. Yes, it will make you have the illusion of desired strength. Desired strength. It just more puts your brain in a complete and utter adrenaline rush. That's what it is.
So it is berserker medicine.
If you want to call it that, like that's in layman's terms, yes.
I'm good. Nah, I'm good.
So I'm going to keep it on me for safekeeping. And I want you to both look at it. It's labeled. That's what it looks like. I'm just going to say that, and you stay 5 feet away from me.
Reads
5 feet. Back up.
Aggressive narcoleptic medicine. Oh, okay. Aggressive narcolepsy. Got it.
Fun fact on the whole berserker thing: it is basically very close to the stuff that the berserkers take to stop them falling asleep when they come back from rage.
Now, this the gout medicine that you're taking, is it above 68%, or is it still at 68%?
It's 100%. It's medicine.
Yeah, but when you're branding, you gotta have that little bit, just in case of lawsuit, It's 99.9% effective.
27% of the time.
There you go.
Yeah, if I have complaints, I'll just forward them directly to Ada, because she's the one that put me here.
Most people we know don't even know how to count, so it's fine. They just hear big number.
It makes me sad knowing that you're slightly correct on that. Anyway, Ada, you're charming and wonderful and know how to speak to people. What is your plan to get us close to the musician?
Me.
Yes, you. Because I'm smart in terms of books. You're smart in terms of people.
I mean, I was going to say the plan is me, but other than that,
Oh.
the plan is Hugo's brother.
Say one now.
Elaborate.
Yes, please.
Jealousy is a wonderful tool, darling. He has direct access and has met the musician.
how does that? If he's met the musician, how does me being jealous get us to the musician? I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of him. He
The
can keep
dwarf-
his honeysuckle hair. I don't care.
You doth protest too much, methinks?
I am waiting. What's this plan? I'm listening with all my ears.
Well, your brother obviously desires to make a fool out of you at every single possible opportunity that he can due to some inbuilt sibling rivalry that you guys really haven't gotten over. And how old are you now? You're a dwarf. You know, even at your age, you're still good 80,
Wanna
90.
say 70?
I'm in my mid-90s.
Yeah, so
it's about late 20s.
Yeah. I'm an elf, darling. I understand. So, you know, you still haven't, like, dealt with any of that kind of, like, basic stuff. But he can't make fun of you if you're not actually nearby.
So you want to disguise me, or?
No. You're literally the bait.
So
Your brother
I'm
clearly thrives on building himself up by putting other people down. And he can't build himself up in front of important people if he doesn't have anyone to put down. Now does he?
So your plan is to use me as a distraction and make me look like a nonce.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Brilliant. He'll be great at it.
Yeah, I can play an act.
As an aside, our wonderful game master, Ada has had a discussion with Olga previously to this, where she is wants to convince Tarek that he really wants to give Olga a Thunderstone or source one for her from somewhere as the most beautiful and interesting gift he could possibly provide to her. Ada wants it for absolutely no reason at all.
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely
guessing
not to, show off to Saja.
I feel like you're gonna more hold it over Hugo's head and be like, come on, come get it, and watch him jump.
Grabs the grappling gun off Hugo's belt. Give me the belt. Give me the stone.
I mean, your brother was surrounded by some very powerful people the other night. And all his attention the entire time was actually on you being in the room.
The rivalry thing that you mentioned before, it's not a get over as we age. That's it hasn't started yet.
Well, let's get it started.
One day it will. I don't decide that.
But she is right. He does look like he hates you.
That's because he's jealous. He chose the wrong medium to be talented in. And I set his log cabin on fire one summer.
That more explains it.
He spent months getting it ready for the winter. And I might have dropped an oil lamp in there.
Let me guess, you made yours out of stone, and your other brother made it out of straw.
And your dad
Are
is
you
the big
quoting
bad
Are you quoting Three Boars to me?
It's like, I don't know if the tusks fit.
No, I did not have time to make a cabin. I was building other things.
Validly, and I don't disagree with you that whatever this obsession your brother has with you, it could be jealousy. That, please don't get me wrong when I say this, he has connections, fame, money. What do you think it is he truly desires that you have that he doesn't, that you can use against him?
That's first half of the question. I don't think I can say. But when you finish the question, I can. What do I have that he, apart from my illustrious orange hair, like fire, my charming good looks, my chiseled jaw? I can see you laughing in the corner of my eye. Stop it.
God. I'm
would
in fact
Hugo
allergic
have?
to lies and bullshit.
I actually got to think about that. What would Hugo have?
Did you get more of your father's attention than he did? Did you get the eyes of a pretty girl? Did you get dismissed by your father in ways that he didn't, in that he got too much attention from your father?
That would have been bad. No one wants to be number one in attention for him. It's more of, how can I fade into the background? You don't want that man's attention. I'd say the fact that I can use a bit of magic and he can't would probably be the only thing. He has no talent for it apart from... Well, I'm not sure. We all have our own talents, but I know that he can't use magic like I can. He never got to go and study. I think he had a fascination with it. And I did hold it over his head.
Are there any tricks that you can do?
Light his pants on fire?
Almighty PF or GM. I'm going to call you PF because you're the plot father.
Plot father. I want to put that on a t-shirt.
Please do. So, Almighty Plot Father, handsome, rugged Plot Father. What kind of little magics can I do?
So generally, I'd say like you, for the most part, I very much run on the ideals of if you have learnt magic. In my mind, anyone that has learnt magic, unless you have 100% just sat down and gone, I'm gonna learn to do this one thing, has started off with the like very basic sort of like, yeah, like what is essentially, if we're talking D&D terms, is prestidigitation or thaumaturgy. It's like, I'm gonna learn to make sparks or, you know, light candles with a snap or whatever. Like there's a term for it in the fantasy age thing, but it's like fundamental magic, shall we say, in the sense that if you have any sort of magic ability, you have spent some time going, what the hell can I do? Okay. So beyond what you have on your character sheet, which would be, I think for you, would be like 1 or 2 spells.
It is 1, and it's the ability to identify an enchantment.
Yes. So you've obviously, like, you know, the ideal of a forge priest, very much, and is something that you would have figured, you know, early on, and something that, as far as you are aware, your brother has not. Is the idea of like it's heavily involved in enchantment magic, in most cases. However, beyond that, you would like both you and Eric would be able to do just sort of little basic, sort of like cantrips almost. You know, sort of the making sparks or colors. Gusts of wind, different sensations. Again, I will find it in the actual book and send it through to you.
Can do.
Ooh.
Can you do like voices on the wind and things like that?
The spooky cantrip, the theater cantrip.
Well, just more if your brother is so obsessed with how people perceive him and obsessed with you, I'm sure hearing in a very large social gathering where the ear can pick up different voices saying different things.
This is going to sound ridiculous. But the type of magic that I can do, it's not flashy. I can do little bits. But there's plenty of engineering that I can do that would make it look like magic. I need 2 cups, a string, a pot of oil, and 2 flints.
Hang on, I got the flints and the oil. Give me 1 second.
Unless you've got ethanol.
That I have in spades, my friend.
I need ethanol and a syringe.
How many?
2 syringes, just to be safe. I need a small pipe, so it's not going to stab me in the wrist.
Hang on.
The idea with that one being I could run my hand along a bar, snap my fingers, and then it would light up. Minor things that are just a bit more flashy. As for the cups, Ada, we could attach a string in between them. You could walk up behind him, and I could speak into the cup, and he could hear my voice behind him, and then I could appear in front of him.
Yes, but hear me out. Can you do that magically so I don't have to carry a cup with a string?
This sounds very awkward for me.
She can pull off a lot of fashion trends.
It just doesn't feel cool.
She's
This is
just like
very quickly turning into the Goonies. Like this is.
I feel like Eric would be able to like scrounge up all the things you need for magic tricks.
The syringe and the ethanol with the little pipe on it, that'll be just like, I can do that. But otherwise, I can only do the minor things. I can snap my fingers and you could hear it over here. I can make smoke come out of my fingers. I can make it come out of my head sometimes if I get electrocuted.
I'm pretty sure that's not magic. That's just you being.
I can turn off the light switch.
Your brother loves his pipe, for example.
Yeah, he
Can
took,
you
like,
Can you manipulate the smoke that comes out of his pipe to say like you suck, or
Ooh.
harder, daddy.
you know, or your
I'm
art
not
is only
sure.
cosmetic and has no real divine talent? You know, or just have a voice say that on the wind to him.
Just a
You
moment.
suck.
All he hears is just bottom, 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 bottom.
Woodworking's lame.
You have no riz.
No. Stay on.
Ah, yes, smoke middle finger.
I am on it. I'm waiting for the amazing plot father if he can find the thingo. Then I'll actually be able to answer any other
And
questions.
7 move small object.
Mhm.
I'm just getting through to see if there's actually like a talky thingy in this.
Ada, I can also offer a different type of distraction. Although it heavily goes against my morals, I will do this if we are desperate.
I find everyone's morals go away at some point.
That's
Valid.
valid yet horrifying. Anyways,
Morals are for the rich.
I feel like morals are for everyone, and that they should have.
When you have the luxury to have them.
So for the moment,
I do work for the mafia. That's fair.
there is like what we are talking about here generally is minor arcana. Minor arcana is like the examples we have is arcane candle, which is basically like making a small like candle light essentially. Arcane glyph, which allows you to trace a single glyph on a surface. Arcane mantle, outward reflection of the caster's inner magical power, including such momentary effects as flashing or color-changing eyes, a shimmering or shadowy aura, or a hollow and menacing or melodious voice. Arcane servant, which is essentially like can move things up to about 1 pound in weight. And
That's
perform
called
simple
fucking my
household chores. Mage's cloak, which essentially is basically like all this is really just more sort of stuff that's like little basic things. Mage's flint can light a small fire with a snap of the fingers. Yeah, there's nothing really in there like, and I believe that most of what you were talking would be basic illusion magic more than minor arcana.
Okay. That'd be pretty good.
That like unseen servant style thing could easily be used to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can mess with things. Just have him kick him in the shin, just cuz.
Pick his pocket and find the embarrassing photo that he has there.
But it's like, so one of my ideas is, yes, I have my medicine, and yes, it does help to relieve symptoms on a long-term basis. But I also have a healing touch that I can cure certain amount of illnesses. Will it eradicate it? I do not know. No, but I can probably do a substantial amount of healing and jostle a little bit of the crowd, make a bit of more of a showmanship out of it if we need a further distraction. But I'm mostly relying on when we meet the magician, you use your feminine charms.
I would rather you not be put in a position where you are overtly using magic.
I'd rather not either, but I would, like I said, if we are desperate.
Eric, I would rather watch the city burn then for you to be shown out. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Goodness.
That is not an option play.
All right, not an option play. But the idea of feminine charm on the musician, I'm sure you'll be able to dazzle him off his feet.
So what if feminine charm isn't actually what they're after?
Like if he prefers the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure
Small
Hugo.
Victorian.
I'm sure Hugo can do something. Why are you looking at me? Okay, you said I couldn't lie lie to save my life, and yet you think I can flirt? That is adorable. Adorable. I wouldn't know where to start. But
You've lied to us this whole time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you kept secrets from us, and
secrets are easy. It's just called not talking about them. It's actually quite easy. Some people don't really understand the concept.
well, lying's easy too. Also, I do apologize. I had to go and deal with the situation.
Nah.
I missed a bit on the magic. I got up to lighting candles with your finger.
Mostly kind of illusion magic.
Generally,
like
as far as like making like voices on the wind and that sort of thing, I think in my mind that would fall much like under basic illusion magic rather than like novice illusion magic rather than
enchantment.
Rather than minor arcana. So minor arcana is like very much sort of small things of little like I'm going to use some of my magic to like keep the rain off me or light this candle or make a little like symbol that only a certain person is going to be able to see or something like that. Or like
really?
Yeah.
So this symbol, tell me more about it. Where could I put this symbol?
It's literally like it would be essentially you putting down from what I said before, like it'd be you putting down an idea of like this is more or less invisible ink, but you could turn around and say like in my mind it would be only this person or a person who is a stronger mage than me would be able to read it.
So I could make one specific person be able to see this symbol.
Or I feel like a strong, like yes, but also a person with stronger magic would be also able to see it. Like Eric, for example, I feel like he's much more powerful. He would be able to look at that and be like, oh, I can see there's hidden ink there.
But let's say I put a symbol on someone's forehead. Maybe just a nasty word.
Let me just double check the arcana here.
Or write juicy across someone's butt. You know, just
kick me.
Yeah.
We're like 10 years old. We're about to go into this death trap of a potential mission, and we want to write "kick me" on someone's back.
But it did say there was kind of like an unseen servant kind of ability.
There is also an unseen arcane servant, can move small objects up to about a pound in weight and perform simple household chores like dusting, sweeping, making beds, or picking up.
Just tipping.
Oh yeah, I know that one. And I
arcane glyph allows the mage to trace a single glyph, usually a personal symbol or pictogram, onto a surface as if writing in indelible ink of whatever color the mage wishes. The glyph lasts until the inscriber removes it with a touch, or it is removed with a spell like arcane abatement. Okay, so no, it's actually just like it is just an unremovable mark, so anyone would be able to see it. I apologize. The minor arcana is
on his ass.
I could get a paddle and have the ink pre-written on the paddle.
Whack. Yeah, I'm sure that would go down great at the party.
Oh, like slap him on the back. I'll have it on my hand. Might be out of work, but yeah, I know the invisible servant bit. Yeah, watch this, and you see me flick my fingers, and you see two of the labeled vials swap sides.
It's like, I knew it was you.
They're still labeled, so that wasn't me.
I just
I just
swap 'em
swapped the
back.
vials. You would have been the one who had to read the label. Do you read the labels when you mix your medicines? It's bad work etiquette if you're not able to do that.
So, ignoring the fact that I'm going to kill him for potentially a second, Ada, if I am in a situation where I have to do the talking, flirting thing, what do I do?
Well, you compliment something about them that it's not something that someone would normally hear. Don't compliment their eyes, don't compliment even their stature. Maybe if they're well built, compliment and say, you must have worked really hard towards that. Or if their hair's sitting really well, you compliment the effort that went into something that they have done for themselves to make themselves stand out. If it's something that they were born with, they typically have heard that compliment 1,000 times. But lead with something like that.
Noted, Ada. Oh. Please, you're the most you're the most charming person I know.
Show interest in somebody.
I just said that.
Yes, but when
Go
you
on.
says it says wrong, it sounds wrong. But I've also seen you literally run your head through a concrete wall, so
Multitasking.
okay.
I can know people and
Talk.
run my head into a wall at the same time.
Yeah, talking to people and using your head as a hammer was never a good idea in the first place.
It worked. The metal plate's still there.
It. Besides the point.
You have passion in your life, Eric. When you talk about your favorite things or your most interesting discovery about magic, just think about those things and overlay them on top of the person.
But
The
don't
way
mention
that
the
you-
magic.
Yes, it's you don't go, magic. Think about them in the same way. What is the magic behind the musician?
Mind control by the sounds of it.
Right. You know what? I think I'm getting it. I think
Really?
Yes. Shut up! I think I have this. I love anatomy. I can always focus on that, and magic. Just not me doing it personally, but also discussing potentially just the things around it. A passion for it.
Think about the way that their music affects people, very similar to the way that a heart beats, the way that blood pumps through us, the way that neurons Ada wouldn't know about neurons. She doesn't give a shit about that kind of stuff. The way that sensation and the way that things feel interacts with our bodies.
I think
But just apply that to music.
I
think she's
can
having an
flirt.
aneurysm.
I can definitely flirt.
Try right now. Try on Ada.
My job here is done. I can now retire.
Ada,
Just
I'm
gets up and leaves.
Ada, I'm very frightened.
No, I think I could
Gonna
do this.
talk about dissecting someone.
No. I'm not going to talk about dissecting something, although I feel like he would be very interested in the intricacy of the muscles in his fingers. I say as I follow Ada out
That
the
actually
door.
That actually
Work.
might be a flirt.
Just like, see, I can do the flirting. I learned magic. I could do this. I'm great.
We go and get dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably waste a bit more of the day until time has come. Obviously I feel like Eric would have subtly probably written a note for Sigrid to kind of let her know what the plan is and what they plan to do. They're trying to essentially, what he explains is they are going to the party. This is who they're going with, and they are trying to get the musician alone to see why people are trying to kill him, essentially, or at least interrogate him.
Mm-hmm.
Just so it's kind of like sharing location with mum when you get on an Uber, so they know where you are and you're not dead.
Cool. So yeah, so you like, are you where are you taking this note, I guess?
I feel like I would probably go to close to the market and then see someone like kind of walking around doing patrol, or they're just coming off, and I just kind of slip it to them as we're walking by. So we literally just walk past each other, and it's just quick as lightning.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, one of the like agents sort of walking the other way, and yeah, does not even seem to like, barely like bumps your hand almost as you go past, but as you like, his hand brushes yours, you feel this piece of paper just from your fingers, and just keeps walking.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like Eric probably made disguise on like, I'm going to the market. Why? It's like, because I need perfume. If I need to flirt, I need to smell good. And then he just toddles off.
That's a good idea.
I'm so proud of myself. I've given you a new hyperfixation.
Yes, I can learn the intricacies of the human mind and how to get them to find me palatable. I can definitely do that.
I would like to try and find some perfume too. Some Lynx Valhalla.
No!
It was a nice Hugo we had once.
Comes in a little body wash kit.
Yeah, it comes in the body wash kit with the loofah that no one ever uses. Like, it's...
You got it for Winter Garden.
Yeah.
The #1 Christmas gift.
It's that until it becomes a bottle of Jack Daniels. Like, it's... Yeah, easy enough, like, wandering around. Like, Vartengard is, as again, being the center of trade for, Hymgard, you easily enough find a place selling various sort of perfumes and colognes, scents of the realms, and, yeah, each of you finds your, preferred, like, your preferred scent, which is easily enough paid with hack silver in this case.
Oh, yes.
We find some hatchet body spray.
Oh. Oh, no. Wow.
Cool.
But I feel like we just killed time until parties ago. I feel like Eric is just putting his nose into potential like psychology and anatomy. They have no idea how that correlates to his new manic thing, but he has a plan.
You, yeah, like fairly, yeah, like so for the rest of the day, the three of you sort of, you know, spend your day preparing and sort of just wasting away the afternoon for the most part, until the sun starts to droop on the horizon, and you see outside people starting to make their way towards the upper city, towards where you would know that this that Bragi's amphitheater is.
How do we look?
You, do I make you roll for this?
Because I was thinking,
It's like, yay!
who needs their hair braided?
The only person I think who would really... Oh, no, Eric has, like, a top knot thing.
Yeah, I do.
I'll say,
I get a bit fancy.
I just remember what happened last time someone needed to get their hair washed.
Yeah.
Just, you flinch.
I think, like,
Not rubbing
short
my
of...
arm where I got punched.
Short of being asked, no one. You all also notice, like, I will say for this, I'm like, Ulf has not been around for a little while. Which, you know, I would say at this stage, knowing that he, very much also like at this stage has a sort of a more or less a debt to work off to Sigrid. You gather that he's, following up with something.
He's most likely dead. We should just make a little gravestone for him, move on.
He's not dead. He's way too useful for that. He's probably doing something for Sigrid.
It's really depressing. There's like, he's not dead because he's useful. That's just
I thought he was being. I thought after Sigrid saw him after he got his actual hair washed that she'd signed him off for her all-male review tour. And that's where he's been.
That can happen.
Sigrid's
Crop my hair up a bit just in case.
Not to you, darling. Not to you.
Yeah, I know my worth.
Yes,
You
she
hack
can't.
silver.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she can't afford that. She doesn't want that hack silver. There's better investments, is what I'm trying to say.
Are we rolling for pretty, or are we letting it
No,
fly?
I wasn't rolling for pretty. I thought about it, but then I'm also like, no,
I have stats in this.
so much room for failure there.
Natural 1, Eric falls over and breaks his nose.
Yeah. Each of you gets dressed up in your finest clothing.
Bit of makeup.
Yep.
Some eyeshadow.
So pretty.
Arriving, so like, yeah, each of you properly dressed up, looking very sharp. Ada breaking out her secret best outfit.
Oh my god, it's wench core with a corset.
You
She's a dapper gentleman, thank you very much.
She is. She has better suits than me.
Also, Olga is there in her her high society getup, which is her finer makeup, like a bit more. I very much imagine Olga in taverns being much more of like the slightly
She
more.
plays to the market, yeah.
Yeah. It's the slightly more like heavy makeup, sort of tavern wench sort of look. Whereas then now shows up and she's in like. What you, Ada, would know is it's her high, as I said, like her high society look. She's very refined makeup, hair's done, and in these like long sort of wavy curls that hang down over one shoulder. This very sort of sleek yet slightly ruffled sort of dress. She's all the image of a high society bombshell.
Who are you?
Oh, don't play dumb.
I play
his
that so
default,
well, though.
sadly.
Well,
Fuck you.
I believe Ada did say that I had a, higher profile client tonight, so I wanted to make sure that I fit the bill.
Yeah, watch out. He talks a lot.
Oh, they all do, darling.
I was just there going,
Compensating.
That's the other point, Eric, with a lot of these, particularly men and sometimes women. You don't actually have to talk that much once you get the ball rolling.
Oh, thank
They
God.
like to talk a lot.
Yeah, just if they say, "Oh, we did this," and you're like, "No, you did this," and they'll just keep going. Give them an inch, they'll take it a kilometer.
I've connected the dots.
I'm worried. You look manic.
So,
No, I've connected them.
where are we meeting this friend of ours?
I believe he gave us an address. We're going to meet him outside of his in-town home.
Well,
Did I remember that correctly?
I believe he stated that he would meet you outside the amphitheater.
Oh, there we go.
Theater it is.
Yeah.
Amphitheater.
Because good thing for him, because I was about to send my kids to Robbie's house blind while we were out.
Yeah.
If we'd actually met us there. I was like, he's not going to be home.
He's not gonna be home. Rob him now. Rob his neighbors too.
And we have an alibi. We show up with him back at his home to drop him off, and the whole thing's trash. Like, what happened here,
What
mate?
happened?
We'll help you look.
They took the cat. Oh my god.
Oh, not the ornate drapes.
Oh no. They took the silk pajamas.
What's underneath this rug that are trapped all? Let's have a look. Maybe they're in there. Ooh, gold.
Oh,
You head towards the so the four of you head towards the amphitheater. There are a number of people walking the streets along with you, all dressed, many of them obviously dressed up. They're obviously dressed in sort of the more like, you know, whatever, obviously like nice and sort of like fashionably cut clothes, but obviously not of the usual height of fabric that would be expected in this sort of situation. But you gather this is their sort of like their Sunday best, as it were. As you approach the amphitheater, it's this large sort of circular domed front of this building, various windows giving off this soft amber light from inside. You see banners on the front fluttering in very gentle evening breeze. People have gathered around, you know, sort of like trying to make their way in. And you hear a voice, but very quickly amongst the hub of the crowd, you hear this. I do. I mean, I believe I told them to meet me. Oh, yes. Hello. You look over, you see this like heavy set man with the white jowls. You see Tarek Thordramar waiting for you. He's wearing this large or very sort of snug double-breasted royal blue vest. The buttons, you know, brightly polished silver with a chain hanging off to one of the pockets. A monocle sort of like tightly fit into one of his brows. He has this little large, almost like pushes his beard up slightly. This large like cravat, like ruffled cravat, out of his collar as he turns and waves at you. He's like, "Over here, yes, hello."
Ah, hello, mate. How are you today?
Oh,
How are you this fine evening?
I never get tired of dwarven mannerisms. I'm very good tonight. I'm very, very excited for this spectacle. Are we all ready? Are we all excited for the show?
Ada like takes Olga's hand and just lightly slips it into Hugo, and then pushes their two hands in the direction of Tarek.
Speaking of excitement, mate, I would like to introduce the lady Olga. I believe we said she would love to come as a date. So would you be so kind as to show her the ropes and show her around?
You see as he looks. I just need to. You see,
I'm worried now.
No, that was a roll.
Constitution save?
Pretty much. You see as you recognize Hugo. You've seen Olga around. Like, you have seen Olga work. You have seen her. Like, there has never been a party at the Draka that she is not at. There has never been a celebration anywhere where there is, you know, essentially an adult focus that she is not present. And she, as mentioned before, as Ada mentioned before, she plays to a crowd. She knows that working in a bar or hanging out in a bar, working with taverns, working with like sailors or travelers or working men, you've got to be a bit rowdy. You've got to be a bit, and that's what you are very used to being, Olga. This sort of if you're familiar with Oliver Twist, like the Nancy character, like she's rowdy and she's rambunctious and all that. She steps forward.
I step back.
With, as you see, like it is the like pointed toe almost like glide forward. Like there's this sudden character that comes over her as she's steps out and holds out a very delicate, sort of slow, graceful hand. And as this man's talking, he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, my lady." And takes her hand, like does this sort of sweeping bow to kiss her hand. She gives this like soft smile. She's like, my comrades tell me that you are a meat merchant. He's like, "Oh, well, yes, but such a humble merchant across this such vast lands could not possibly befitting of this honor, my dear." And she's like, "Olga." He's like, "Oh, yes, of course. Please." Turns and with a sweeping gesture, like, "This way." She takes his arm and starts to walk up the steps, and he is smitten. He is just 100% the whole way up, moving people aside as she is just essentially just sort of just gliding forwards.
I elbow Eric in the shin, just like, "Ow! Don't take notes. You're not on that level." And I walk off.
Essentially as you watch, moving ahead, she almost blends in to this crowd. Beyond if you did not know her face, she would look like one of the people around her. She is very good.
Tonight she is Lady Olga the Illustrious.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And that is why people would kill for her. And then Ada just walks. Yep.
So you, the three of you now, make your way up the steps, following after Olga and Tarek, moving up the stairs into a large room. You see this sort of large sandstone hall, the floors and walls and pillars polished to a high sheen. Resembles almost like a ballroom or a gallery. It is filled with various statues and art pieces and different things. And there are a number of nobles here sort of gathered around, chatting and mingling. At the center of the room, however, as you approach, there is the centerpiece of this gallery, as it were. It is this very large round table. It almost looks like it is, as you're looking at it, it almost looks at parts like it is carved from the heart of a very large tree. It's got that sort of raw edge to it, but also still seems worked somehow. Sealed rather than it being sort of bark or anything like that. In various spots along the rim of this table, there are these large light blue gemstones that give off a very soft, almost flickering or dancing light. And you see throughout the top of the table in various spots, there are these veins of seemingly that same crystal that lead to a central part where a large orb gives out a gentle glow. It is quite astounding, quite breathtaking. It does seem to be not necessarily roped off, but it does seem to be being treated with more of the respect of an art piece rather than a table. And you see wandering around this space, just further up in the crowd, you see Olga and Tarek, who are sort of looking over everything. Tarek seems to be more or less regaling Olga with stories, at least you imagine related to various pieces.
She does her job very well, Ada.
And look how she doesn't look dead in the eyes as he talks absolute crap.
I immediately look at Eric.
What?
Yeah. Lacroon would get a hard-on looking at that.
Table?
Uh-huh. Actually,
sure
it
it's
wouldn't
not his?
surprise me if that was his. He did say that he made a fancy table, or was it a desk recently? That might be his handiwork.
Should I scratch it with one of my scalpels?
Oh, absolutely not. It looks fantastic. There's too many people around. Wait till later. We'll set the whole thing on fire.
Strolling around the table, you do see a small, small sign, like a plaque. And it does say, across the top of it, it just has in quotation marks, Oak Heart. And underneath it is signed Lacroon Smith.
Yep, it's his handiwork.
I hate to be that.
That's all right. Compliment it. Go for it.
It's
looks
very
fantastic.
It's very lovely. Yes.
Look, it's got the
I
Christmas.
was just going to remind you that even now, when he walks into this room, despite the fact he may be the center of attention for this desk, his focus will be on how much he hates you and that you are here.
How much space is there between Lacroon and Smith on the plaque?
There is a space. It's not like there is enough, like it is too, like it is quite obviously like someone has, quite nicely written out first name, last name. Like there'd be a standard like single space between the two.
And there's a lot of attention on it, or is there enough to like, oh, I'm looking down at the plaque, and no one would really take notice?
There are there are almost always a few people around it, sort of looking at the table, looking over. It would be, knowing where your brain is going, it would be extremely difficult to, it would be quite difficult to mess with it without being noticed.
So I wouldn't really be able to magically put ass in between Lacroon and Smith. Lacroon ass Smith.
You'd be writing it like, angled almost vertically.
How about underneath it, like Lacroon Smith, the ass?
Yeah, you could do that. But also, again, it'd be something that is like you would be able to do it, but again, doing it without anyone noticing would be a tall order.
I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit.
Can you roll me a perception check? You can add evaluation to it if you would like.
Oh, okay.
This table got any enchantment on it? He's got thunderstones, maybe? Because he doesn't. I'm just.
That's not good.
We are going to steal it. We're not buying nothing from him. Let's see. Evaluation. 14.
14. Cool. Two things stick in your mind like very quickly, or become apparent to you very quickly. First thing is that these are what is built into this table. The crystal that's built in this table is indeed Dwarven Thunderstone. It seems to in this case be being used as more of as aesthetic piece, like aesthetic detail, and also in some cases you gather that there is a level of it to it with this orb in the center that is you imagine if nothing else would create a certain amount of light to the table as well. However, you also notice in a way there is nothing arcane about this table.
Ooh, good to know. Good to know. Can I see Lacroon in the building? I will give it another perception check if I must.
You can absolutely give it another perception check.
Ole.
All ones.
5.
I got 2 ones and a 2.
Almost all ones.
Almost all ones. Yeah, no. Looking around, you do not see him. It is a very. I will say it is a fairly packed room.
And I'm just looking at everyone's waistline.
Pretty much, yeah. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Ada, is there anyone
Sorry.
that you can see that we want to rub shoulders with? Anyone looking important? You have a
Ada just
an eye,
suddenly
that type of
says
thing?
out. Ada suddenly says out very loudly, "Do you think there's any enchantments on this, or is this a bit mundane?"
Oh, it's absolutely mundane. But it is quite pretty, isn't it?
Are you
Does
sure?
it have that special pizzazz, like the little bit of extra oomph, or is it just,
I don't know. I always found the use of magic much more of it's a delicate art, and having it there, it adds to the work, in my personal opinion. Because to rearrange it with something with woodwork, I'm not sure. Like, it would be much better in my opinion.
It's just that extra level of skill, that
Yes,
extra
yes.
weavement of, control of the forces of this fine world in which we exist.
Yes, you
Ada's
think?
looking around, just trying to use her ability and her wits to kind of get that kind of murmur started throughout the
Mhm.
Kind of like spreading
crowd.
Yeah, just
The
kind of
question.
like spreading the question.
Roll me a communication test, please.
It seems
Sure.
whoever
This is not
made this-
gambling, is it?
No, it is not.
I
You're
forget.
gambling with the fates.
Is there a opportunity to aid, or am I remembering things incorrectly?
I'll give as the aid for the aid in this case. I will double check the rules on that.
I will give Ada a +1.
Well, he probably actually has something to
Yes.
actually.
What does yours say, Mac?
Let me bring it up. God, I gotta read.
Because that's usually my usual line. If there is an ability or something that does give that, then that's a usual sign that the other thing doesn't exist.
You got it.
Coordinate. You create opportunities for your allies whenever you generate. I need to generate stunt points from rolling doubles. You gain +1. So I haven't done any stunts yet, so I can't use that.
And it gives +1 stunt point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives
I forgot about that.
+1. Yeah, stunt points you can give to another character. My bad. I'm remembering that wrong.
That's all right.
You give 2 of your SP to the stunt attack action. That's funny.
So what I'll say what you can do is the 3 of you can roll a communication test, and we'll make it a group test. No one's used inspo yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
It's okay, guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have
will
rolled
trust.
17
Mm-hmm.
with double 4s,
Mm-hmm.
with a 4 on the power die,
Mm-hmm.
which means that I can use lots of things.
Don't worry about it, guys. She's got it.
She got it.
Well done,
Wait.
everybody.
We got it.
I rolled a double
got it.
1. That's
So-
1 SP, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's what's on the, how you've got the different colored die. So when you
Yep.
run a double, you get
The
SP
number
point.
that's on the extra dice. But it also generally, I will say, stunts normally do require you to succeed on the roll.
Okay. For future reference, I'll remember that.
For future reference, I can also use that. I just need to look up something quickly.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you looking to learn the system, just remember you have to pass your check for the stunt die to count.
Exactly.
You can definitely watch this series to learn how to play the game because we're learning with you.
Yep. I have a question.
Yes.
Would you consider my action that Lacrone is one of my targets?
I would say yes. There is the question of, like, the main question on top of this is, like, whether or not he is present. But I would say that...
Okay, so my question would be,
Mhm.
if I... There's a few different ways to do this. If I use the Undermine social stunt,
Mm-hmm.
which costs me only 4 points
Yeah.
as part of my talents,
Mm-hmm.
your social gesture gets under your target skin. They suffer a -2 penalty to all tests except attack rolls while in your presence for the remainder of the account, or until the DM decides otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he would be in any interactions with anyone if I'm around,
Mm-hmm.
be at a -2 penalty.
Full
For
on
everything.
frazzled.
Literally went after this man's whole career, and
Oh
he's
yeah.
hurt. He is hurting.
There is another option if you will not. If you're saying that's too far.
That I would say that would work, because in this case, if you've succeeded on the roll and that's what you want to use, I would say in this case it'd be essentially while he is here, you have more or less, like, you have started a rumor surrounding, like, you've pointed out
It's mundane.
You've pointed out a potential shortcoming in his work, which, yes, and especially in this idea of if he catches the idea being if he catches those whispers, he is suddenly, on edge. So yes, that would work.
Okay.
So he has
I mean, it
so
was either that or hidden message, and hidden message would have been, he's shit. This is actually shit.
yeah.
Why was he chosen? But I think the other one is probably much more useful for Hugo to be time around Hugo to be interacting with his brother.
I love you, Ada.
Like, honestly, as a player, I fucking love Ada. She's so amazing. I love her so much.
And I will also, to help out, if in case he needs to flirt, because I have placed that in the GM's brain.
I want it to happen.
I will
Play
use my ability of coordinate to give Eric 1 SP point to use
Love that.
at a later date.
All the
gotta
help
be
he
good.
can get. He
I
needs it.
need all the help I can get, guys. My gosh.
So I'm just gonna
He's got
put.
more Riz when he doesn't talk.
You said
Actually, yeah, that was
-2 to
canon.
all checks.
Except attack rolls.
Oh, if you were able to get him to take a swing at me here without me raising my hand, that would be lovely.
So yeah, like, as you are chatting,
So
you
yeah, that's
hear
the stunt, and overall for the action, she got 17.
overall, like, so as you start to talk and, like, wandering around the table, chatting about it, you start to hear through the crowd similar sort of murmurs of, like, at first what are whispers, and then further out as the message gets further, sort of people talking about oh, this has no magic, and there are some people who turn and go like, yeah, but who cares? Like, it's pretty, like, it's a very nice table. Then some people, you hear arguments start up surrounding, like, does the lack of magic mean that it is better or worse because they have clearly made it without magic, which means that it is purely skill of hand, which means of them. But then also at the same time saying, like, but there's no magic, there's no flair, there's no why, when we have such amazing magic, arcane creations.
And also, who says magic doesn't have skill as well? Like, sure, you have skill of hand, but there's also skill of magic, of the mind, and also the intricacies of winding, but essentially life, like, the place where
Ada just
magic comes from, essentially.
Puts a hand on Eric's back and pushes Eric into one of those conversations regarding the debate of magic.
Yeah.
And to be like, just to help, like, through Eric's natural nerd lore dump further.
Nerding saves the
Pushes
day.
Eric into the conversation where we think the magic argument's gonna win.
Yeah.
Tip the scales.
Um,
I gotta say that the argument that you just put forth, though, maybe not Hugo, but me, that's a solid argument. No magic, but pure skill. Valid.
But no true artistry over the world.
Mm.
And over nature itself. I feel like Eric is probably saying this in his new thing. It's like it's one thing to master the physical world with your bare hands. I'm a doctor by trade. I know what it's like to manipulate the world with my hands, but to do it
Imagine if you could.
But to do it with the unseen world, to manipulate the forces of nature with your mind and with your fingers itself, it adds a whole other realm and spectrum to the artistry of the piece.
And you see one of the, as you enter into this conversation and the sort of all eyes sort of turn and talking to you, one of them, like, there's a few of them that turn and was like, yes, see, that's what I was talking about. And if it was like, I don't know. Sorry. It is just my, like, generic posh old man voice. But, turns the other, and then his other one turns, sort of turns and says like, oh no, I don't know about that. That doesn't sound right to me. You need to work with the hands. Like, it needs to be real. With magic, you just snap your fingers and it's done. Like, it gets into, it's like, continues into the conversation.
I would like to add on to this little argument in there, just going around bit by bit. If someone says, oh, but magic's just a it's like, no, see, I work with enchantments and metals. The mix of them together makes such poetry with steel. It looks wonderful, the table it does. If only it could really realize its full potential. There is so much potential that I'm seeing falling short. And then I walk off and go get a drink.
It is making the physical and the not physical into poetry. Making
It's
them
like this. You
meld
see this
together.
montage of like Eric and Hugo and Ada and even probably Olga. Just
She starts catching
picking
on.
up what's happening and going and adding.
The
man's career gets destroyed.
I am okay with this. He seems like a dick.
He is.
Well, he's my friend, therefore who he hates, I hate.
And you see at one point somebody, like, in the passionate argument, like, takes their, like, drink and literally puts it on the table as they're, like, arguing.
Yeah,
they leave the little, like,
oh yes. I was
ring.
gonna say, can someone leave something uncoasted on the table?
Yeah.
Because I don't imagine there's coasters. Not on the art piece.
No.
But it's a table.
Yeah.
People are going to put glasses on it.
Yeah, like throughout the night, there's a couple of people who, like, you do see a couple of drinks that, like, bits left on the side of the table for a moment as people are talking.
I'll
After
get one or two more drinks and just, I'll barely have a sip and then I'll just place them down on the table and keep walking.
He is now just a glorified stool.
As you are, sort of wandering around these sort of, like, conversations continuing and, starting to mellow out at certain points. Ada, you see a sight. I'm not sure. Well, actually, like, all of you would probably see eventually, like, a sight that I don't think any of you may have seen before, and it catches you all off guard a little bit to start off with. You see a very tall. What happened to this? Hold on a second. Sorry.
Like 5'7", 5'9".
Like 6'4".
Jeez.
Figure enter. this almost like very pale, almost like going to blue skin, a very not, particularly like rough, but like quite a sharp, angular jaw, long black hair pulled back into this big, thick braid over one side of the shoulder, pale blue eyes, a long, very sort of elegant sweeping dress that hangs off one shoulder, almost like cut off to one shoulder, with a so this long string of amber beads around the neck. It catches you for a moment as this figure enters, because you're sort of looking at it going, no, doesn't work. No, wait, why? What? It is not until you see the figure walking at her side that appears to be Ulf that your brain finally recognizes the dressed up form of Sigrid.
Take back my... As I don't want to die.
She also, I'll say, like, sorry, that was the other thing, is also being of Niflheim. She has what is essentially like over the shoulder that the dress is coming off. She has this large, like almost like gray to white pelt that just hangs down, which is right at that middle ground between, like fancy shawl and like barbarian cloak, essentially.
Eric just has such a look of prideful smirk on his face as he recognizes her.
Ada does a little...
Sorry, you go.
Ada just does a little sweeping bow and Miz are like, Sigurd, darling, every day you make it harder and harder to be your not competitor.
Well, she like looks over her shoulder at Ulf and is like, I couldn't let Ulf show me up now, could I?
Yeah, no.
I don't think that's possible.
Excellent.
Although, look at his hair. Your hair looks lovely, Ulf.
It does look quite nice. Ulf sort of like just looking around, sort of like folds his arms. Just seems to be just sort of scanning the crowd with a less than trustful scowl.
We trained him pretty good on trying to be a bodyguard last time we went out. We'll see how he goes today.
Yes, he does fit the bill quite well. Anyway, how has your evening been thus far?
Fruitful.
Mostly just discrediting a certain someone that has fairly high friends, makes good conversation, as he thinly kind of says. When he says conversation, he clearly means distraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, although I'm very, very keen on hearing this musician, I am very interested into potentially meeting him and picking apart his brain and everything that goes on, what inspires his music, what led him to come here, and anything other that could be potentially interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it should be quite the show, all in all.
Ada just suddenly realized she did not get earplugs or anything like that before coming here and feels annoyingly stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll suddenly like go and find a nearby cushion and try and like pick out some of the insides for like cotton or something.
Darling, no go for candles. They're much more prevalent and the wax will be much better. More malleable.
Then Yeah, or
I
you know,
just have-
something.
I
Candle.
fold up a thin strip of leather and just roll it up into a little ball.
Yeah. My brain just went, what are you, idiot? So, yeah. Mini little.
I was wondering what you were doing.
When I went, fuck.
Whether that was Ada or you, like,
That was me
something
going.
important. I left the stove on!
Cool. So you taking the leather, or are you going looking for something?
I'll take the leather.
Okay.
That'll do.
It's easier to get out than wax, mate. Just, there you go. I pull out 2 strips of leather from my sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Eric is gonna keep pretending he does not know really Sigrid. Just more struck up a conversation with a very nice looking tall lady.
Mm-hmm.
Like offering her to buy a drink to just keep close and just chatting with her in thin, like in veiled type of conversation of exchanging plans.
Okay. You are, as you were chatting with Sigrid, she takes on the same persona of, she takes a drink from a passing waiter and is sort of standing, one arm tucked under the other, looking around in a very sort of seemingly like sort of disinterested way as she's talking to you, as if, like looking as if you're not talking about anything important. As she speaks and says, so, what is the plan then?
The plan, I'd say potentially for intermission or after the show usually. The musician comes out and sort of shows off to the crowd to chat and have drinks. The idea is to potentially make a distraction so overwhelming that we have a chance to be alone with him. Whether by forms of feminine or hopefully potentially masculine woes, or just things can be a bit more rough and get him a bit alone, and we can ask him what we need to know.
It's a solid plan.
We're stirring up the pot early. Hopefully some sibling rivalry comes to a bit of fruition.
Is that what we're doing?
At some point. I'm hoping for a punch-up, but
Sibling
the night's young.
Rivalry?
That'll be me, mate.
The dwarf has a brother here. Doesn't seem to be on really
The
nice
dwarf?
terms.
The dwarf.
Shut up.
You know what? There will be a punch-up soon. It won't be between me and Lacroon.
You see,
I need to write that down.
You see Sigrid, like, very harshly stifle a laugh. It just does, like, the... Sorry. She, like, turns and looks over her shoulders, like, I believe, we are being showed to our seats. I hope you enjoy the show. And
I hand Sigrid and Ulf some strips of leather. If you feel anything come over your mind, mate, just roll them up, chuck them in your ears, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel the urge to murder anyone in your immediate vicinity that isn't out of the norm.
I'm glad you added that last bit. She turns and starts to walk off towards the the far end, as you see at the far end of the room, a young man stands up on some sort of platform and basically says, ladies and gentlemen, if you be kind enough to take your seats, we will be starting the show presently.
I feel like we quickly find Tarek because that's the box is with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we'd come on just saying, oh, like, there you are. We're so sorry. You must have felt so abandoned. As soon as we got inside, we couldn't help but admire the artistry of the building and some of the pieces around. I hope you weren't too lonely.
sort of like Tarek's like halfway through discussing this like this one of this like sort of busts on the table next to him as you approached. He's like, yes, but then my great grandfather was in the Arcane Wars, you see. He was a bus boy, but he did this he made this wonderful, and then you turn and he's like, oh yes, sorry, I was just no, I've forgotten. Anyway, yes, is it time we should go find our seats? It'd be yes, please, this way. He turns and leads, like, again, offers his arm to Olga, and heading down a corridor around the side, leads you out into this small, almost like sort of like wooden booth, like sort of a viewing box, as it were, which looks out onto a large stone, sort of almost like vaulted, like tiered seat amphitheater. Like, it's big enough that each of the rings is sort of, has seats in it. It's not like you are sitting on the stone. But it leads down to a sort of an orchestra pit in the middle, and a large wooden stage. It has these sort of burning braziers along the front of it. And just be behind a few feet behind that, these large curtains that hang down to the sides. In the pit below, you see a few of the the musicians all starting to get ready. There's that sort of orchestra tuning noise for a little bit, and over the murmur of the crowd as they're sort of getting into position. Tarek sits down and like jostles a bit and like gives a little sort of bounce in his chair as he's like, I've been waiting for this for a very long time. I've heard many tales of this man's splendor. It's going to be good.
Ada goes, oh, Olga, did you see those blue gems in that table? They just made me think of your eyes.
You stop it now, you liar. Oh, she is good. Turns to Olga and is like, she is quite something, turning and it's like just seems sort of like slightly like flushed in the cheeks as he's sort of sitting there like, oh, you want to read? Yes. As the one of the waiters comes in, he's like, more refreshments for everybody. And bring some. Do you have like any like snacks or hors d'oeuvres or for the lady, of course? The waiter's like, yes, of course. As he wanders out, like hurries off to bring back sort of food and drink.
I'm gonna lean across to Ada. Hey, would you be able to see if you can see my brother? What do your elf eyes see?
Yes, I'm very good at seeing things. While she's doing that, Ada's like slowly putting like leather rolls into her ears. And yes, she will use her sailor-like sea elf perception to try as if she is standing on...
Roll me a perception check.
What do your elf eyes see, Ada?
Across this sea of people,
Ooh.
Ada sees...
Oh no!
I love that witchy.
That was a full witch cackle. Like that.
I love that, and it's spooky month too. So fitting.
That's another 17. Oh,
yes.
Plus another 2. No, that's
Ada
19.
MVP.
Oh god.
With 2 6s. Let's see if I can do anything.
Do it.
With a 6 on the stunt die.
You're winning this session. MVP all the way.
Ada always MVP. We know this.
Ava, main
I will then use my coordination to give Hugo 1 point, 1 stunt point to use at a later date. If I get another one, I'll give us. She would like to go use 3 object of your attention
Mm-hmm.
You receive a +1 bonus to further test to examine or perceive additional aspects of your object of your test until the time or the venue changes.
Mm-hmm.
So when she's around him now, he gets -2, and then she gets a +1 whenever she's trying to figure out something about him. And
It's got like that
Man,
Far
I'm
Cry
not.
Hunter vision where you see the guy through the building. Just Predator vision.
I think also just kind of almost Sherlock level thing of she just looks at him and she sees text, so it's like sloppily shaven something, crinkled thing, had something for breakfast. She's just like analyzing this man.
Makeup has a crease across the forehead. He's been frustrated recently.
She would also like to use 3 that makes me wonder. You may immediately make another perception test at no other additional cost in time or resources. Discover new information about your surroundings or object of your test. It's got to be a different focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't use doubles to do stunt points or anything like this. It just happens at exactly the same time.
Yeah. Very normally with stunts that allow you to roll another check, the new check does not generate stunt points.
Yeah. She would like to have a quick look and go, wait a minute, can I see, like, this sounds dumb, but an assassin anywhere? Like, can she, you know what I mean? Like, can she suddenly look around and go like, wait a minute, is someone lurking suspiciously about?
Who in this theater is wearing a hood?
Sure.
Her question is, where is John Booth? Where is John Wilkes Booth in this space right now?
Certainly.
So that's not as good. It's only 15.
Oh, only a 15.
Only a 15.
She's a sailor.
Cool.
She's gone into the Matrix.
Starting off with a 19.
All zeros and ones.
You see, like after a quick scan, looking around, the first thing you figure is that especially if he has been invited, as he claims, he will be in one of the booths. Like he will be in one of these like viewing boxes. Which very quickly leads you to sort of like scanning. While there are like multiple layered tiers of sort of like seats, the boxes, there is just one level of them. Looking around the side, like from the central spot where you see like one of the larger pieces which you gather is sort of the center viewing point for Dragyn Jane. You also, like, scanning just to the left from that, about 2 boxes over, you see a dwarven figure sitting sort of back in his chair, one side up, fingers just sort of playing, like clenching and unclenching in his thing.
He looks stressed.
Yeah, he's pretty much like he seems to be just sort of sitting, staring squarely at the stage, waiting for the show to start. Yeah, I'll say, like, with the extra bit, like, you very quickly see that he is, you very quickly see the idea of, like, he appears to be trying to essentially look like he's, like, just, you imagine his inner monologue is more or less just enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. Don't worry about it. Just watch. We're about to, it'll start anytime. Why hasn't it started yet? Like, it's... Yeah.
Nobody's looking at me. Nobody's looking at me. Just look at the stage. Don't look at anybody else.
Yeah. You gather, like, from that, like, there is a level of stress to his, just even from this distance, there is a level of stress that to his image that you couldn't possibly imagine what the cause was.
She kind of like nudges Hugo and tells him and says, just give him a wave. I'm sure he'll love it.
I got something better. With that minor magics, would I be able to light like a little flame above my finger?
Yeah, you'd just be able to be like, essentially make, sort of little sparks or...
Like a coin, rolling it in between my knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to roll it back and forth just enough so the light might catch him.
Mm-hmm.
But while I'm doing that, I would also like to do a engineering check.
Mm-hmm.
So how high is the ceiling?
From where, like, in the box that you're in, or?
Yes, from
Or-
the box. Yeah.
Oh,
And
like
how,
in.
like,
It's
I'm
good,
trying
yeah.
to get like an evaluation shot of
The-
okay, this is the structure.
The I will say just to point out my reason for the question. The amphitheater is open air.
Oh, okay.
The box itself that you are in has, sort of more or less like a, almost like a, what do you call, like a shade cloth sort of roof, like a cloth, top to it, that you gather is much more in the ideals of keeping the sun and rain off than actually being a roof. But it is about, I'll say about 10 feet up.
No Batman escape.
Well, my brain was
For you,
thinking,
maybe.
when you started telling me about, there's shake cloth, I was just thinking the podiums from like the first Harry Potter movie.
Something like that, yeah.
But a lot shorter.
Hmm.
Okay. I won't need the engineering check then. I'm just gonna smile and roll a little light ball
Mhm.
between my knuckles.
Mm-hmm. Cool. It's
Thank you so much, Ada. You're so amazing.
it's difficult to see at this point, but yeah.
When the
It's
lights
good
dim.
to be my friend.
Mm-hmm. With your second check, Ada, looking around the room, like I imagine sort of looking over the room to see what you can see. You don't see a, what do you call it? Like, there's no, as far
There's no man on the grassy knoll.
Yeah, no. There's no one that you can see that is straight away like, that is an assassin. Like, or that's suspicious or anything like that. You do see like a few figures in the crowd that you recognize. There's quite a few people from in town that you see that you recognize. Again, in one of the other booths across from you, you see Sigrid sitting with Ulf, who seems very uncomfortable in what is quite obviously a very comfortable chair. You see Joanna and what's the other one's name? Sorry.
Oh.
Joys of having my notes in neatly nested files. Yay!
I had an idea, but then I forgot it completely.
You see Joanna and Vieira Kerrigan, who are the owners of the Drunken Draka. I believe I have only introduced Joanna at this point.
Yes.
Um,
Does she see, just for point of personal reference, for her personal reference of, how she feels about her things, does she see Frida or Saga anywhere? She doubts Saga would be there, but just in case.
She does not see Saga. She does see Frida.
Okay, she takes a mental point of where she is.
Yeah.
In case shit hits the fan.
You see Frida.
These are my ladies.
Yeah, you see Frida sitting towards the back, like one of the top rings of the amphitheater, like the main seating. She is sitting with what you quickly realize is her entire performing troupe. And from the way they are like already sort of like, jostling each other and like singing little songs and stuff, you gather that they pre-gamed pretty hard. You also see across to the other side of the room, you see Olag, who seems to be sitting and very seems to be looking around with this sort of very slightly detached, but also just like enjoying the hubbub of the crowd and seeing
That's
people
a lot of music
enjoying
all at one time.
And seems to be just waiting patiently for the show to start.
I remember what I was going to say.
Hey?
I remember what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Ada's scanning the crowd, and she's like, looking for assassins. It's like, yes. No, I'm looking for assassins I don't know.
I love this. It's just, sorry, Nerva Dreadnought be like, oh, hey, look, it's a guy loudly exclaiming, I am Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
Who is that?
Have you not played Assassin's Creed?
I would like to make a confession. I played like 20 minutes of Black Sails or Black Flag or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, Black Flag's the best one, too.
It is.
Spent the whole time swimming, trying to find treasure chests on islands or something.
Oh, it's so good. And you get the diving bell. Anyway, once again, off track. You, as the the crowd gets settled, a hush falls over the amphitheater as more or less like all eyes turn. No one entirely knows how they know when Bragi and Idun enter the enter their booth, but somehow all eyes turn upwards as these two larger than life figures enter their booth. Bragi essentially leading Idun by the hand to her chair as they stand and sort of gesture, and then sort of like give the gesture for everyone to rest. As they do so, Bragi steps forward, gesturing out across the crowd, his voice seeming to almost boom through the arena without needing any sort of augmentation. He has no microphone or any sort of seemingly any magic. He just speaks, and it seems to come almost from everywhere around you as he speaks and says, "My friends, my city, tonight we enjoy something, a spectacle that transcends generations, something that your fathers would have dreamed of. Tonight we experience music like you have never known before, a spectacle, a symphony of bloodlines, of history. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Arno Gunderson." As the crowd starts to cheer and clap and rises from their seats as a young elven man strides confidently and purposefully to the center of the stage. He has short brown hair, trimmed very short at the sides, the top swept back in this very neat, like no hair out of place sort of look. This in a similar, almost a similar style to Eric's coat. This sort of high collared coat, button down the front, very neat, very clean. His arms tucked behind his back as he strides to the center of the stage and bows in either direction. He steps forward and, again, the crowd falls instantly silent as he raises his hands. And as they move, you hear these gentle notes starting to play, these different chords and pieces sort of moving and rising to this quite beautiful, immediately this beautiful symphony that starts to play and sort of curl into itself.
Wait, do you actually have music set up?
I do on the stream and also through the thing. I realize I have not invited you all to it, but because I had to completely reset it.
We shall all pretend like we hear this.
But
beautiful
the show continues on this piece of music rising and falling. It is a powerful performance of musical skill and conducting, starting as this gentle harmony of strings and wind instruments and rising quickly to a crescendo that gets the heart racing. As this, you feel this rise, you feel almost swept away in this music. Can I get everyone to roll me a willpower test, please?
Do we get like a bonus because we've got our?
I will say you get a bonus because you have. I'll give you a +1 because you have the leather in your ears.
I do not have leather in my ears, but can I also? But can I cast potentially? Nope.
Oh,
I
no,
wanted.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. I wanted to cast Mind Shield instead.
Okay.
Just in case. So I'm happy to roll that first. I'll do the will save first, whichever you prefer.
Well, it'd be roll me the casting roll for Mind Shield first, and then roll me the.
Why is there so much text here? Okay. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Excuse me, gotta do math.
In the meantime, what did the other two guess? Ada and Ada has donned a hood, which is always a good sign.
That'll be a 17 from the
17? Cool. Ada.
17, mate.
So, when you roll a 19, a 17, and a 15, there's something about the statistics that will turn around and so I got 5.
5. Cool. Excellent.
I think I'm about to get punched in the
2
face
ones,
by Ada.
a 2, and I have 1 willpower. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Am I about to get punched in the face by Ada? Just randomly, I look like that's a wonderful show. Smack.
And so what does Mind Shield do again?
Okay, this is a lot of stuff here. So
right.
let me.
I guess let's put it this way. In this case, what does it do? What does it do in the case of what you're trying to do with it?
It shields out unwanted mental influence, essentially.
Okay.
Where it does. And when I'm the target of any mind arcana, or any effects that requires willpower, like morale or self-discipline, I have to test to resist its effects, which is basically what this is. I can make like a willpower test to focus just to block it out. Well, and if you have intelligence like mind arcana, you can add to this bonus as an extra test. So if I can exceed that spellcaster's spell power, then you can kind of decide whether or not like I kind of resist this type of this spell essentially.
Okay, sorry. So it blocks out unwanted
Mind fuckery.
Fuckery. Does it? Wait, sorry. Just go over it again. Does that add to your resistance roll, or does it just block it?
Let me see. GM decides whether a mind shield would protect against the effects, like fails. If you
okay,
fail,
so it's
kind of up to you.
So it's kind of up to me. Okay.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. So in
I
this
got a 16 total. Just
yeah, cool. I'll say with a casting roll of 16, and with this sort of sort of ideal, you recognize that this is, as it starts playing, you recognize there is, with Mind Shield and with, like, recognition here, there is magic within this music. There is, on one side, there is magic here that is designed through the playing of the music to evoke a reaction or on an emotional level, and you are getting that. Like, very much in the way a piece of music would move you normally, this is something that is also, there is a magical essence to it. A magical power that, as you watch, even as you're watching, as this starts to wash over you, actually, no, with the Mind Shield, that's an interesting point. Because...
And Mind Arcana as well.
No, because it's very interesting for a few reasons. But you gather that there are a number of arcane effects in this case that you are not receiving. You are not getting. The other two of you. I'll start with, so the two of you see, as you are sitting and listening, you feel this wash over you, this feeling, as you watch and you see, almost in the air, in the air over this orchestral pit, light starts to rise, almost like looking in that sort of like that wavy green and blue of like the northern light or aurora borealis sort of look. As it rises up, you see horses running through it, like as if running on these waves as if they were solid bridges. You see birds fluttering past, you see dancing couples. It is quite a beautiful sight to behold, which you gather is being conjured to some extent by the music itself. It's one of these musicians would be able to conjure one piece of this, but all together they are creating this whole picture, this illusion that goes in to tell or show essences of various stories that have been told throughout time. As you are listening to this, I'll say all of you, but in this case, specifically, Hugo and Eric, you start to hear a murmur go through the crowd beneath. There is a few sort of like murmurings, and then there is a shout and a number of loud voices, and then there is almost a gasp and a few sort of like panicked voices from below.
I immediately look at my brother.
I immediately look down to see what the source of the murmurs are.
Cool. So you look over, like staring across the room at your brother, as he seems to be like looking around, seemingly heard something similar, is sort of looking around in confusion as he hops up and like starts to look over the sides. Looking over the edge, Eric, you see a number of spots in the crowd where it seems like scuffles have started. Like people have started fighting each other. People are... there are loud voices, shouts of anger, and pain, as it seems people have started generally attacking each other. Ada, sitting in the chair, as you're staring up at these pictures, all of this has washed over you, but then something sparks in your mind. as you immediately think of Saga, and you think of this beautiful, like mildly naive, innocent girl that you have fought for so long, you have tried for so long to keep safe and to look after, and you think of this figure being pursued by one such as Hugo. Being like this idea that you know some of those pieces, just by looking at it, you knew some of the pieces that made that gun came from Hugo, and it fills you with rage. Like, it just overpoweringly, just your fists are in the clenches. Can you roll me an attack roll, please? Just
Yeah, she just stab him.
yeah.
Come on, I got a boot print, now I got a fist print. Come on, let's go.
It's been so long. How do I roll for dagger again?
So it'd be
Okay.
three d6 plus your. So it's just like a normal check, but it's plus your attack roll. You should have the attack roll.
Like fighting,
Dex,
essentially.
Blah, blah, blah. 10. If I'm attacking with a dagger, it's 10. If I'm just punching him, it's 7.
Okay. What? Well, you did. You did say you were gonna stab him.
He's a dwarf. She's just gonna she's not. Yeah, Ada doesn't punch people.
No.
I like the idea.
She's a good Australian. She shanks people.
Yeah.
I like the idea that Hugo's looking around. It's like, Ada, we gotta watch out. All I see is a dagger coming towards me.
Like basically what happens is I imagine like you essentially stand up and go like, what is like you see Eric run to the barrier. You stand up as you turn. What is your defense, by the way?
My defense is 14.
14, cool. You like stand up, turning around, as like looking around, you manage to look off to the side and you see movement and a glint in the corner of your eye as you look over and see, as you turn very quickly and just at the last moment see a knife essentially like just driving for your gut. As you
is it like a hairpin blade or is it like a boot blade?
Boot blade.
Okay.
As you like push it to the side, and you look at Ada, you look towards Ada and you see this like teeth grit, jaw tense, eyes flaring, like she looks angrier than you have ever seen her in her life.
And in the proper Australian fashion, she's looking you in the eye, close to your face, while she attempts to shank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful eyes, Ada, but please never do that again.
Ada tries to do it again.
Yeah, Ada's...
I'm gonna try and stop Ada.
Cool. Ada, could you roll me an attack, please? Another attack.
Gets shivved twice.
17.
17. Okay.
Oh god.
You can you roll me the damage for you?
It's not, the damage isn't that bad, so you should be fine.
Yeah.
5.
5. Cool. You lunging forward again, this time like as you've sort of unsure of exactly what's going on here, you sort of like, hang on, I can talk about this. As suddenly, as you're saying, like, Ada, suddenly she is like moving again as the blade like sinks into your ribs.
And then it sinks in, it's like, oh, it sinks in and it sinks in. She's under control.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Ada, can you roll me another willpower check, please?
before you shiv me.
Again.
And again.
Do I notice any of this?
Oh yeah, no. This is like this would have been as you're doing this. Like
wow.
Ada is not being quiet about it. I'll say this is outright like I am just.
How does
attacking.
Tarek look? Out of curiosity.
Tarek is like as he turns and looks at there is a moment as essentially this is happening when Ada lunges the first time. Tarek suddenly like gets up from his chair and he's like, well, this is entirely preposterous behavior. I don't and you see like the starts of this like essentially like the sparks of anger come into his voice from a man who has been nothing but jovial since you met him. But is quickly suddenly he, as you know, Olga stands up and is like, Ada, is everything okay?
Ada's not here anymore.
Tarek sort of like turns and looks and is like, oh, what? What's going? You should stay back. I don't think. What'd you get, Ada? 12. Cool. You feel like this sort of almost like clawing at your mind as you like manage to shake it off. It is almost painful, but you manage to pull back to your senses. You can still feel that like that residual anger in your mind as you but it fades.
Ada kind of like just drops the dagger and like looks at the blood on her hands, and her hands are like shaking.
Oh, my ribs. You got my floating rib. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I can feel my bones. My bones are itchy. Oh, fuck.
And almost like in this very weird, like, like she's not in control of the movement. She kind of like rubs her hands underneath her jacket to where her tattoos and kind of like rubs the blood up onto her tattoos, and then just like kind of wipes it on her hands on her pants and is like, oh shit, and tries to like, I stabbed you, oh shit, oh no, oh crap. And then she looks at Olga and says, Olga, get Tarek out of here.
It's like, I feel like Eric
this
would
is
like,
the problem that this is what I was worried about. Just
Tarek. Olga like gives you an
Olga,
you can
get him out.
Yeah.
Get him and yourself away from here.
You also, I'll say for Ada, looking at Olga's face, you can see this like almost like twitching to one side of her mouth and her eye that is like, you gather is, what do you call it? You would know beyond anyone else. This is essentially, you know, she's about to lose her shit. As she nods and is just like, okay, takes Tarek. He's like, what's going on?
Tarek, mate, the music, it's messing with our heads. Sing out of tune and run.
Okay. As they, you know, run off, looking down, you see, like these fire spray people are starting to pour out, and you see, a number of figures. Each of you sees a number of figures sort of moving through the crowd, moving with much more purpose than everyone else, seemingly towards.
Is like Music Man still going? Like nothing's wrong, or
you see like looking as you're looking at as you're looking at this figure, like there's music still going. Some of the music is still going, but Arnor seems to have stopped as he seems to be looking around, his hands like just being like floating in midair as he's sort of pausing. He seems very confused.
Okay, Eric is gonna pull out his trusty little grappling hook. He's gonna fire at something. He's gonna try to swing down to the stage.
Cool.
How far is the stage, by the way?
Can you roll me a dexterity test? You wouldn't be able to make it to the stage, but you can make it like a fair way down on the ground.
But can he Spider-Man swing to the stage
with a much higher dexterity test?
I don't think I'll do the Spider-Man thing. I'll take what I can get.
Splat.
Can I take this as potentially riding the wind? It's one of my things. I'm trying to work it in.
What?
It's one of my dexterities. I'm trying to work it in so I can get a bonus.
Riding the wind? What do you mean?
Is that a
As I'm
skill?
swinging.
Is that a focus that you have?
Yes.
It's a focus?
What?
Yes. Riding's a focus. Don't
Oh,
judge.
Oh,
Riding.
riding. Okay, no.
Damn it.
Quick, jump on Hugo's back.
I'm like, I have run this game for I have run this game for like 11 years. I have never heard of the riding the wind focus.
It's like, bro,
I'm
I
just
took like
riding.
smithing, and there's riding the
Cool.
wind as a skill.
What did you get?
I got a 14.
A 14. Cool. Like with a 14, you like firing off at one of the other like booths, like the pillars, you fire off the shot, like feeling the tension hit as you leap and swing down. It's it's a decent swing. Like you don't get like you get to see essentially like the bottom, like the second bottom tier of this sort of amphitheater, and you can now see through the crowd these various sort of like cloaked and masked figures pushing their way towards the stage. As they draw closer, you see on the stage like two sort of these like guards come out, each of them holding swords as they seem to be looking out over the crowd towards the intruders.
Are any of them running past my booth at the moment?
No, because they'd be further down
level.
on the ground.
Okay.
So sorry, there's intruders.
There appear to be like from where you're saying, you can see a number of these sort of like cloaked, hooded, masked figures pushing through the crowd towards, seemingly moving like against the crowd and not fighting, but they are making their way towards the stage.
Can I jump like?
Are there
Jump
curtains?
on is the grappling gun a gun that then pulls
I mean,
Eric,
yeah.
or is it a grappling gun that like leaves a wire
It can
and
be
then
a
someone
bit
else
of-
can ride down?
Oh no, it is
more-
like a handheld pistol with like I'm gonna shoot this and either pull whatever that is to me or me to that.
Yeah, it's
Is
like a
there-
Batman grappling hook type of
And
situation.
the only weapons we were able to take were ones that we could obviously hide.
Yeah.
So like Ada couldn't bring her crossbow; she's only got a dagger and a sword.
Yep,
which
yep.
is not great for her. But like, can she jump from the box and land on one of the intruders?
I
Hardcore
just asked
parkour.
the same question.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
No, that's okay. I will say, yeah. At this point, I'd say, like, moving forward, like, if it's just started and it's all going through, I will say each of you can jump off. There are two beneath you that you'd be able to see moving through the crowd. Both of you give me just give me an attack roll.
Hardcore
Can
parkour
Ada-
bang, let's go.
Because like Ada doesn't weigh the same amount that Hugo does.
Mhm.
Can she grab a chair?
Why
And
don't you
kind
just
of
jump
like-
on Hugo and Hugo jump down?
Do you know what I mean? Like when you
I'll
kind
take
of
the
like,
damage.
Yep.
okay,
Sure.
she's jumping on Hugo's back after she stabbed him. or,
I
like,
jump
chair,
off
whatever.
and then you jump on my back and we just
Okay.
pancake.
So,
That one guy's gonna get. a
I'll
lot
say
hurt.
in this case, Hugo, give me an attack roll.
I just like to add two things.
Mhm.
The questions that came up with the grappling hook and the jumping. This has annoyed me a lot through my entire life with grappling hooks. I would like to think Hugo has a little thing. So you've got the cable, and then in the cable there is another cable. So if you press a button, the grappling hook goes from that and flips up, so it's able to go back through things rather than tear through them. That's how it's able to
I see.
go like that. And as for the jumping, I would like to think that Hugo jumps flat out, and then Ada just kind of jumps on, standing flat.
Oh my god, she's like Legolas and you're the shield.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Is
Cool.
this considered riding the wind?
God damn it. That's way better. You're actually riding Hugo, and you don't even have the focus for it.
Don't
That's
say
just
that.
salt in the wound.
Would this be accuracy, fighting, strength?
So this would be an attack roll. So what's brawling is under fighting, if I'm not correct. If I'm not, say if you were just doing a body slam sort of thing onto it.
Okay. So that is a 12.
12. Cool.
Ah, I would like to use the +1.
Nice.
13.
Yeah.
Cool. You jump off, like feeling Ada like pressing in your back. You land, shoo, like land on top of one of these guys, as you just crash and tumble down these stairs. Can you roll me? Just roll me 2d6, please.
Radio. I have a question for Ada. Are you wearing stilettos or flats?
She's
But-
definitely wearing. Really?
Thank God.
Why don't you be wearing stilettos?
She's got a fair reason.
In this economy,
She knows where this is going to happen. So, you know.
True.
My brain, Hugo's brain is thinking, wait, a great way to try and sneak a knife into an event like this? Make Ada stilettos, but the heel can be taken off into a blade. So it's like a foot blade.
So what did you get?
6.
6. Cool. You jump off and land on top of this guy. Just like stumble, like rolls down the stairs.
Grab his back.
He's lying on the ground and
section.
seems to be
Right.
just sort of groaning. And it's like, yeah, he is not looking good. Cool.
Is this around where we would roll initiative?
This
or
is about
it
where we would roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, it's been a while, gang.
Because otherwise, I'm just going to, as we're going down the steps, just add some force every time we go down a step.
Yeah.
How do we roll initiative? I've forgotten how to do that in this system.
Me too. I'm just rolling.
Roll your 3d6 and add your dexterity.
Yay!
I have so much of that.
Stunt die. Woohoo! I got a 9.
12.
Where are we? So 12, 12, 10.
By the way, love to see, as a craftsman, loves to see the item getting used early on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, my only goal at the moment is I'm getting to the musician before they do. That is my one goal.
Mm-hmm.
From the musician, do you think you'd just be able to shoot him in the leg and then drag him to you with the
I'm also
I'm gonna
gonna
need
guess
that
that
one to run for now.
Ada's dexterity is higher than Hugo's.
3.
all up, or is that your stat?
Like, it's-
Just the
Dexterity
stat
is
for
three.
dexterity.
Oh yeah, mine's 1.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm an intelligent person.
two.
Okay.
Really?
So top of the round, Ada. Fitting, seeing as you're the main one standing. Ada, you see, like from where you are, like there is obviously a bandit lying beneath the dwarf beneath you. Looking around, you see as as these sort of guards step forward to the bench, one of them gestures for him to to back off. He runs towards the back of the stage and disappears like into the wings.
So they're disappearing into the wings near the stage, like to go behind.
No. So they're so Arnor has disappeared into the wings of the stage, like you gather, heading to like the back rooms or something like that.
Ada is going to do what she would do, which is first see if she can see Frida.
Cool. Roll me a perception test.
Uh, 14.
14. Yeah, like looking up, you see towards the back again, you see Frida and the her band essentially like helping people out while also essentially making their way out themselves.
Okay, so she kind of like looks up, maybe makes eye contact with her, kind of nods, and then just like runs towards the stage, like, or like trying to like mow down, like kind of like, yeah, if she comes up behind one of those guys, maybe try to rip the hood off, or like, you know, slow them down.
Cool. So you heading over towards the stage. As you approach, you see that these two guards are engaged with a few. Like there's like two of these cloaked figures each on the guards. As they seem to be sort of like essentially like trying to fend them off. It does look like both of them have already been essentially like nicked a couple of times. But getting there will be your turn. So like, yeah, doing the perception check and getting there will be your turn. So
yeah, absolutely.
Hugo, it's your turn.
The guy beneath me.
Yep.
Let me bring up the little skill sheets that I have here. Turntables. I need to learn violent things. Okay. And I guess at the moment I don't have any stunt points, so I would just punch him.
Cool.
Yep. I'm just gonna
Stay on the ground.
Roll
Stay
on
on the ground, you
I'm not
mother.
even punch him. Like he's already on the steps on the floor. I'm just gonna go
Cool. Yeah.
like the
Roll.
owlbear from the D&D movie.
Yeah. Just roll an attack for me.
Oh, okay. 12.
12 hits, definitely. So roll damage.
What is the damage of my fist again?
Fist, I believe, is 1d3. So roll 1d6 and
1d3.
halve it.
6, so 3.
3.
Nice.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Cool. You just like with one quick sort of, he goes limp.
Just smack, and then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get up and run after Ava. Ada.
Cool. So you charging after. Whoop.
But my little legs can't keep up.
You got little legs.
Yeah.
You got legs.
You.
Ada, slow down. I got 10 legs of
Legs.
frozen margarita.
No,
So
that's
you-
how to
Kneecaps
use
in.
it.
As I'm running, I grab a cocktail.
So you run after Ada
Run
up
past
to,
your
again
brother's table.
up to the stage where these sort of like bandits or whatever are fighting the guards. But with that, it is their turn. So as you like charge up, like you see two of them sort of like looking over their shoulders, and like clock the two of you. The other two continue to press the attack. Both of you quickly recognize these guards are flagging. Like it seems they're not prepared for like overly trained fighters. But
They're there for the salary and basic training.
It's a music event.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
they're
gather
both
they are there
glorified
for
bodyguards.
drunks and thugs. These are, even by the looks of them, as far as you can see, these are more or less trained assassins. So that is 13 to hit Ada.
Her defense is 12, so yes.
Yeah. So that is 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And for Hugo, that is...
Ooh.
11... That'd be 14 to hit.
14 meets it, beats it.
Yep.
Eric, quick question.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Ouch. Combo attack. Do you think you'd be able to pull one of them towards you so I could lariat them?
I mean, potentially, but I'd rather not have anyone anywhere near me because I want to run after the musician. You guys got this covered. You're all right.
Yeah. If the musician gets too far away, just shoot him in the leg.
Preferably not, but yeah, essentially, I'm going after him.
He doesn't need
Cool.
his legs.
Eric, it is your turn.
Well, obviously the guards are kind of busy. I'm beelining for where the musician took off to.
Cool.
I'm just running straight past.
Cool. You bolt. Continuing to run, I'll say from where you were, you run up onto the stage, seeing the guards on the stage. The one, both of them appear to be more or less very heavily on the defensive. Both you can see various sort of like cuts and scrapes in there. Just like very sort of basic like leather gambeson that they're wearing. And both seem to be, as I mentioned, like both seem to be flagging like very heavily on the defensive at this stage. You can also see just beyond that, Ada and Hugo also like one-on-one fighting with these assassins. As you press on, you manage to make it like to the back of the stage. Looking down the side, you see this sort of long, dimly lit corridor that seems to have a number of doorways off the side of it.
Okay. Can I use a perception check in searching to identify any things like swinging doors or something that will give me a clue as to where he would have run off to? Like if someone pushed through and a door is just slightly ajar from being opened and stuff like that. Something out of place.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Let's go. Oh. Not too bad. That is a 15.
15. Cool. You, looking down this corridor, you do see, not so much a doorway, but you do see one lantern, like, a few doors down that seems to be just, like, all of the others are perfectly still. This one seems to be just gently swinging.
I would just, like, follow it, see, just, like, quickly test, like, hey, is this a secret door or something?
Cool. So you start down that corridor. Top of the round. Ada, it's your turn.
Trying to stab one of these guys in the back of the neck.
Cool.
One sec. One second.
Get him.
I mean, she couldn't have really snuck in like a short sword or a crossbow. All she'd have is her dagger, I'd be assuming. Yeah. So while they're engaged with the other guy, just be all like,
Cool. Roll an attack for me.
Mama. In the neck. Go for the throat. Don't stop until the body stops shaking.
and sorry, just want to make sure I understand this ability.
Are you meaning dazzle?
Yes.
Yes.
She will also as a free action, select this foe who's directly facing her
Mhm.
right now, to dazzle them,
Okay.
so he won't focus on her,
Mhm.
won't attack her. And if my communication is greater than their willpower, I get +2 to my defense. And my communication is 3.
I can almost guarantee you it is. Yes.
Is higher or is lower?
Is higher. Is higher, sorry, yes.
These cultists, god damn it, they always have high willpower.
No, sorry. I mean, your communication
yay.
is higher than his willpower.
Yeah.
Miscommunication for the communication skill.
So her attack roll is 12.
12. That hits.
Huzzah! 7 points of damage.
Cool. Yeah, you, again, like, driving your blade into the back of this guy's shoulder. The other one seems to, like, push to the side and just bumps into Hugo, and the other one as he turns and looks towards Hugo. Yeah, and the two, and he seems to turn and start to, like, sort of circle his way around Hugo. Hugo, it is your turn.
I'm gonna clock him in the nads.
Mm-hmm.
Also, made a self note to make a sleeve 1 damage crossbow for Ada. Like a little toothpick crossbow for a sleeve.
Sneaky murder.
And this is fighting with punching, isn't it? Or is it strength?
I'd be fighting with punching.
Okay.
I'm 90% sure that is correct.
9.
9. No, you go to swing as he just, like, more or less, like, swaps his feet and pulls to one side, and the kick just sort of, like, up forwards. He then is going to, the two in front of you are going to dive forward to...
Could I also use Dazzle?
Sorry?
Could I use Dazzle?
Can you use Dazzle?
I can.
Okay.
I believe. Can I? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a free. You can also use Dazzles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what does that do?
Surprisingly, we
What does
are
that
the
do
same
again?
class.
Yeah.
So yeah, my communication is 3.
Okay, yes, then yeah, same.
Wonderful. Then I have 16 defense against their attack.
Cool. So
No, that guy can't attack you.
that guy can't attack you. So the other one,
Yeah.
I'll say the one that is not dazzled by Ada, turns and now looks to Ada as is like sort of looks at you and then just turns and looks at Ada and essentially like starts to move that way and attacks Ada.
I have a question about stunt die, by the way.
Yep.
So 3 and 3. That's stunt die. Is that 3 points? I can't remember.
If there's doubles on any of the 3 dice,
Yep.
the number that is on the stunt dice is the number of points you have created.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I can't use the stunt points after I've done the attack, can I? For a combat stunt.
Yeah.
I can?
Yeah. If you've used if like when you attack, if you generate stun points, you can use a combat stunt.
Okay.
But wait, no, because you also missed.
Yes.
So yeah, so some points don't count. That is a 12 to hit Ada.
Now that my defense is 14,
Nope.
it's missed.
Cool. So and then for Hugo, man, my dice are just refusing to roll doubles today. Yeah, that is
Aha!
that is also
That's fine,
going to
they don't
be
need
that
to.
is also going to be a 12. So no. They seem confused. by this whole like sudden urge to switch. And do not seem to get a hit in.
I don't know
Eric.
why, but I'm imagining Hugo doing the Puss in Boots dancing to try and dazzle and confuse them.
Eric. Yeah.
Well, just a quick thing with the loose one. Was that quickly just like a secret door, or just someone that has clearly run past it and knocked it?
Looking as you approach it, looking at this, like the swinging lantern, you gather, you suddenly also realize that along the wall, this is the only door that's like the door next to this lantern is one of the only doors close to this end that is closed. You gather, essentially, by the looks of the way it is swinging, it is most likely that this door was slammed, and has not, has slammed, and now this lantern is just gently sort of rocking from that.
Cool. I just steady the lantern and open the door, and try to keep following my target.
Opening the door, as you go to open the door, it is locked.
It's like, come on. Like, I do not have time for this. Feel like
break open the door.
I'm not strong, dude. I have lockpicking though, so I'm gonna attempt to really quickly do that.
Okay, roll me a dexterity. Is it just dexterity lockpicking? It is.
Yeah,
yes.
Dexterity lockpicking. That's one of my other focuses, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Double sixes, baby. Let's go.
I roll to seduce the door.
The door will lose. It's a 16. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm. With a surprising speed, you manage to take you out, fueled almost purely by just frustration and anger. You just quickly jam as it clicks open. The door unlatches and swings open. You see inside the room. The room is not very large. It appears to be a small dressing room. There is a table to one side, a bed and chair at the far end. However, right in front of it, essentially standing almost in the middle of the room, half leaning over the bed, you see Arno Gunderson, currently being held at knife point by a large cloaked masked figure. As you enter the room, this figure swings around, holding up Arno, facing you, sort of holding him around the throat, knife up to under his chin. You can see at this stage, from the looks of things, Arno's he's already taken a couple of hits and he is bleeding.
Okay.
Cool. That will be your turn at this moment. Top of the round, Ada, it's your turn.
Stab.
Mhm.
Stabbity stab.
Roll it.
Stabbing. Without bullets, I must resort to stabbing.
15. Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! 6.
6. Cool. Yeah, you stab into this guy. As again, you stabbing into the bit where the shoulder and the neck meet. It sinks into the hilt, and you see this guy as he was essentially moving to hit you, just stumbles for a moment. His arms slip to his sides as he just falls over forward dead.
Kind of blood spurting.
Yeah,
when he falls. And Ada just like...
Cool.
And then
leave
turns
my
her
head
dazzle
over-
to the other guy.
What?
Hugo,
Dazzle.
it's
Dazzle.
Hugo, it's your turn.
I would like to use Pierce Armor. You find a chink in your enemy's armor. The target's armor rating is halved, rounded down versus this attack.
That would be a stunt, would it not?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I am using 2 of my 3 stunt points.
Oh, for your attack, right? Yeah.
Yes. Is it this? 19 to hit
19 hits.
and a double 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that is a D6 for punching, I believe. Sorry, D3.
D3, yeah.
That is a 2, so 1 point.
1 point of damage. What would you like to do with your stun point?
I would like to use. I would like to use 3 of those stun points that I just gained. So I have 6 plus 1, 7. So I'm going to use 3 of them to use lightning attack and do a second attack.
Okay. What do you want to use the other 4? You can. So the rules with stunts are basically you can use any number of stunts up to the total. So you can use another like 2 2-point stunts or 1 4-point stunt or a 3 and a 1 or whatever. The only rule is that you can't use the same one twice. So you can't be like, I'm going to use 2 mighty blows or 2 lightning attacks or whatever.
All right. Then I'm going to use 3 for lightning attack. Sorry. 2 for mighty blow. 3, and then use 3 for lightning attack, so I get to attack, and then if I hit, I do an extra D6 damage. So
lightning. So
5.
the mighty blow will go onto your first attack. So just you can add on a D6 of damage now.
Okay. 6.
So 7 points of damage. Yep. And then roll your lightning attack.
Roll to hit. That is a 11.
11 just hits. Yeah.
Sweet. That is 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I have 2 left.
Yeah.
I would like to disarm. Sorry, can I use disarm on that lightning attack?
Yeah. That's fine.
You and your opponent must make an opposing attack roll. If you win the test, you knock the enemy's weapon 1d6 plus strength yards away in a direction you choose. I'm going to be knocking... They have a short sword, right?
Essentially, they've got... They have what is essentially like dual daggers. Like, essentially dual daggers or short swords. So you'd be knocking one of them away.
I would love to knock one, if I win this, towards Ada.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so 1d6. That's 5 plus strength, which is 2, so 7.
Sorry, say again?
Oh, wait.
It's an attack roll,
strength.
so roll 3d6 and add your attack bonus to it.
Yeah, my bad. I'm reading this wrong.
That's all right.
That's terrible. 7.
7. No. You, like, swing again and, like, trying to smack at his hand. As you do so, he sort of, like, he catches, essentially, like, catches back and then pushes you away. Not able to disarm.
That's all good, and that is my turn.
Cool. That it is the bandit's turn, so that's going to be attack for both.
Does Dazzle
actually-
last
One go
or-
down.
No, that's right. There's one down, so it's just the attack for Hugo.
Sturdy boy. Do I still have my dazzle, or is that just one turn?
That entirely depends on the dazzle. That is a 16 to hit, though.
Even with dazzle, that
Yeah.
will beat it. So yeah.
That is 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
As again, like as you're pulling back, he just steps forward and like drives this blade into essentially like your shoulder.
Getting
then-
stabbed a lot today.
Pulls away. Cool. As he steps back, there is a this sort of rushing sound from behind you, sort of like as you see these two like short blasts of fire that fly across and just into the backs of the into like sort of the backs of the two that are currently fighting the guards. Looking behind you, as you like glance over your shoulder, you see Olag stepping forward and smoking as he like conjures up another two these like small balls of fire.
Hell yeah, Ola! Get
Cool.
him! Barbecue!
Eric, what are you doing?
I feel like the guy is kind of like hesitating, so I kind of want to go to the thing, like, kind of like put my hands up and just kind of show like not doing anything, just like, you know, it's quite curious. Of all times, of all places, of all people, a mysterious organization goes after a magician. What in the world would he be useful for?
A magician or a musician?
Musician.
Yeah. I also heard magician, which is technically correct, but also, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Can you roll me a communication test, please?
Chase, I'm not good at this. Ada, where are you when I need you?
Covered in blood.
Not useful. Oh, that's a 7.
7. Cool. He...
Oh, sorry. 8. That's an 8. Sorry, I forgot to add my +1. Sorry.
He steps back, and you see from where he... Like, from where the blade is on this guy's neck, like, the blood just... This one trickle of blood starts to run as this, you know, assassin's eyes have just been locked on you for a while, as he says, "For every moment you stay in here, he draws closer to death."
He goes, he dies whether I leave the room. Like, when I leave the room, so... If anything, it incentivizes me to prolong his suffering just a little bit longer.
Cool. I will say at this stage that is your turn. Ada, it's your turn.
Ada is going to pick up one of the swords that the bandits dropped when I
one of those sorts. Yeah.
turned him into a geyser.
Dead man.
Just gonna like pull like his hood off to see if there's like any marks or any like culty symbols or any kind of...
Nope. Seems to be just, yeah.
And then sprint off to help the small Victorian child.
I am a 3 to 4 year old man.
Cool.
I'm a grown man.
Hugo, what are you doing?
So Hugo, the guy's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna try and swing at him again. Come on. Okay. 19.
Cool, yeah, that hits.
Yep, no doubles. That is a 2 more damage.
2 more damage, cool. You, like, as, you know, you, like, clock this guy again, cracking him across the jaw, and you hear that, like, slightly...
I like to think I'm getting the bottom of the rib cage.
Yeah. You hear, like, a crack, and you swear you hear something pop as he just suddenly, like doubles over and then just, like, falls down on the ground. Looking over your shoulder, you see Olag, like, rushing after Ada as the two of them are heading off down this corridor.
And there's no more of these assassins left on the stage that I can see.
You turn around and you see towards the back of the crowd, there is a number of these bodies strewn across these like tiers of like the amphitheater, and you see a figure walking across, like inspected them like much like a wild beast who's just claimed a hunt. He's got this long, like broad knife in one hand. You see Ulf, essentially, who has just handled like seemingly like 3 or 4 of these guys on his own. You also see up in her booth, you remember throughout this fight you've heard a number of shots. And you see Sigrid holding what is quite a sizable revolver. Just on, like, still just sort of standing, like leaning on the edge of her, the box that she's standing in.
Are we talking like the Turkish guy who entered the Olympics? He's just like pocket, one hand in pocket, one going bang.
Oh,
bang,
like at this
bang.
stage, she's more like just sort of leaning and like looking over everything, like very casually, sort of not aiming at this stage, but you do see enough that the barrel is smoking. Like she has shot a number of these guys. Towards the back, just because I've been worried that we do have to finish this up pretty soon.
I'll start running.
You all start running towards the back. As the sound gets closer, Eric, you start to see this figure as he, sort of like pulls back towards the back of the room.
It's like, I'm warning you, and I'm only gonna give it once. Let him go, or you're going to die.
Mm-hmm. 15 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. He throws, as you're watching, as you're saying, like, even as you're, like, about to finish what you're saying, his hand snaps out forwards and you see the flash of silver as the knife slams into your shoulder. You, like, stumble backwards against the door and there is suddenly a blur of movement as this man just, like, whisks past you down and rushes down the corridor. The rest of you see, from the corridor outside, you see this, like, dark cloaked figure duck out into the corridor and just start sprinting.
With Anor or without?
No, Anor is still in the room. He seems to have just sort of, like, chucked him aside and started running.
I don't go after him. I'm going to tend to, like, Anor, despite there's something lodged in my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So what are the rest of you doing?
This is our lead, this guy.
Hmm.
So Ada's gonna look at Oleg and be like, just start chasing after the guy.
Blast him.
Get him.
Oleg, like, nods, as he says he seems, even by the amount that he has run so far, seems out of breath. But he nods and goes like, yes, I think he is our best lead at this time.
Ada goes to Eric and goes berserker and puts her hand out.
Like just slams it right into her thing, like, get him.
And Ada just goes, like, and
I feel like she would,
it.
Eric would also just slam it into Hugo's hand as well. Like,
What?
if he was there, just like, get him.
I had my hand out for the grapple gun.
That too. I was like, here, take it.
And then get
Take
into
it.
the grapple
I'll give you
gun.
both. I'll give you both. Here you go.
And Ada just goes, someone pick me up when I collapse, and just, like, chugs it and then goes.
Cool. So you, can I get, anyone who's running, can I get, is it strength running checks, please?
Can I argue that it's dexterity?
I think it is strength running, specifically. Right. So I would say, in this case, I'll give you a +1 for the
Berserker
the
juice.
berserker juice.
+1.
It's fine. It's just a little bit of medicative meth. It's fine.
Okay, it's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find any running stunts.
No, it wouldn't
No.
be.
14.
Charging after the figure, you like
Oh, that's right.
chase him down as he's like making his way through these like various twists and turns of the these sort of like back corridors.
20.
20. Okay. You like using the grappling hook. You manage to keep like you start to gain on him. He is very wily. He is very dexterous and moving with quite a high amount of speed. But you manage to start gaining on him. In the room, Eric, you are sitting with Arnor as he's sitting on the ground, as like seems to be like pouring at himself and touching over, like sort of tapping himself down. You suddenly, like as you're like looking over, you see like turn and look at the doorway as Olag steps in, and he's sort of sorry, running. Is he okay?
He'll live. Although I could use an extra hand if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Good. He leans down and like begins to sort of like help you sort of like as you.
I'm just pulling out gear, like bandages, antiseptic, and I'm just looking at it. I was like, what do they want with you?
Hey. The Arnold was like looking around as he's tapping himself. He's like, I don't know. They said something about the dirge and Ingve. It's I don't know. He spoke so fast, and he was just in here.
Like, oh no, I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath. You're safe. No one's going to hurt you, but I'm gonna need you to hold it in your mind. Can you do that for me? This is important. Why did they want to kill you?
I don't. It was something, I think, to do with my grandfather, but I don't understand. Like
Who's your grandfather?
Gundi Agnesson.
Does that name ring a bell for me at all?
You would have heard the name. It's difficult in this moment to say where you've heard it before. Outside you hear like down the corridor there is like the sound of splintering wood, and like a curse, like a sort of a as you look over, Olag looks over, says like, looks at the doorway as he turns and looks to you, and he says like, you should get to your friends. That is not an easy person to deal with.
It's like, okay, fine. Like, keep the fabric on his neck. Do not let him bleed out. Keep him safe. If you can, and it all dies down, head to the market. Ask for Sigrid, or mention the name. They will put you somewhere safe.
I will, of course.
And yeah, I make my way out the door.
Cool. So you turn and start to run down the corridor. Can I get another running check from the other two, please?
Also, I rolled 2 6s before with the running check. Does they count as stunt points?
Sure.
Then can I use the exploration stunt object of your attention? And I gain a +1 bonus to further test to examine or perceive additional aspects of the object of your test until the time or venue changes. So I'm just trying to keep my eyes on this guy as I'm running and gather any details.
Cool.
14. Oh, +1. 15.
Go, Ada.
12.
12. Cool. You both charging down as you like get in closer. Tackle like as you I'll say Ada, as you get closer with this knife, you lunge forward, driving it into like the back of his shoulder and then just pushing down to like drag him down to the ground. He lands on the ground, rolls over, but is quickly just sort of like swamped by both of you.
Double kick him.
Yeah, as you stand, he's like, as he seems to be like struggling against you. What would you like to do?
German suplex.
Okay, not me. Just quickly looking up what a German suplex looks like.
It's the wrestling move. Roll me strength check.
Come on, dice, don't let me down
Oh
now.
god dang!
Let's have a look. I want to see these. Sorry, I'm going to look at some combat stunts, see if someone can help me here.
I'm gonna say mighty blow would be good.
Yeah, but I need to hit him, so I think I might go. Knock prone.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So what did you roll?
Oh wait, that's what I'm doing. I'm knocking prone. So yeah, I might use pierce armor so I can actually hit the attack.
Generally, you need to roll and get stunt points before you get, say what the stunt you want to use is.
Oh, sorry. I thought I asked before as if I could use the stunt points from the previous roll.
Oh no, not now.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It only counts per roll.
Yeah.
And I'm using strength.
Yep. This would be a strength might check.
Math. 13.
13. Yep. So you like less of a proper like suplex, but you just sort of like grab him around the waist and just like slam him into the wall.
Like as I'm running, rugby tackle him, grab him around the waist and go.
Yeah. As he's now like slammed and sort of sprawled against the wall, he's like struggling to get up. What would you like to do, Ada?
Ada's like just like pulling his hood, like trying to like pull off his hood or anything, like so she can like see who this person is, looking for any like symbolism on body.
You pull back the hood as he's like sort of like trying to get back up, seems a little dazed by his hit to the like his connection with the wall, pulling his hood and this sort of mask down like very quickly, just snatching away. You see the shady figure that you found at the lodge, this dark slicked actually you see the face of the figure that you met at the lodge. However, that is beneath short-cropped blonde hair.
The guy who was walking out of the tavern that we were asking around for.
Yeah, the guy that had a funny walk.
He's gonna have a funny walk after this.
Like he shit himself.
Ada is gonna dazzle him, so he can't hit her.
As easily.
No, he can't hit me.
Oh.
If you dazzle a person, your defense goes up by a certain amount, I think, to everyone else. The person that you dazzle cannot hit you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I'm learning.
She is going to. Sorry.
That's all right.
Be checking my notes. Just 1 second.
Cut his Achilles tendon.
Yeah, do that.
You said that.
He can't run if you do that.
He just starts doing the wheelbarrow walk on his hands.
I'd be impressed if he did. At that point, I'm like,
He deserves to get away.
Yeah, he'd earned it.
Ada's gonna look him in the face and ask, why did you kill that kid in whatever street?
Mm-hmm. You see, like, he's sort of...
to let him know that she's, like, they are
Yeah.
on, like, she's onto him.
He nods and he like you see this sort of moment as he's like looking around, but then seeing like Hugo, and even as he's talking, Eric comes around the corner. As he looks, he's like, "It was the job. The kid was not described properly."
I feel like Eric would just kind of like walk up, like kind of also like help pin him down. And it's like, why were you after the kid? What does his grandfather have to do with any of this?
I don't know. I just needed to know it was him. I just needed to know if he knew. I don't fucking know. My employer just told me to give it to him.
Why? Give what to him?
Him. He wanted him. He wanted a spectacle, and he wanted honor.
So, show off Bragi.
To make a point?
And who is your employer? Dumb question, but...
Didn't give a name.
You don't pull up this kind of work with this kind of spectacle without this kind of money that would have been involved.
Yeah, bullshit.
I don't know. He didn't give a name. He was just some freaky fucking elf with these weird tattoos who kept talking about music.
Yo!
Oh god, no. Hell no. Eric starts running back.
I am shooketh, and we left him with him.
You start to run. As you're running back, your heart pounding. The rest of you turn and see Eric start to run down the way. As you look back, you see this figure in front of you. As he goes to say another word, and he suddenly just, and his skin seems to weather and age. And just pulls, almost starts to disintegrate in front of you. Eric, as you charge down this corridor, your feet pounding as fast as your heart, you come to that door, swinging the door open, praying against all hope. And as the door opens, the room is empty.
I search. I try to find anything. Anything, if there's any evidence of where they could have gone.
Looking around the room, from what you can see, the window is open. There does not appear to be any sign of them. And that is where we're going to end this session.
You are twisted. You are twisted.
Fuck!
That.
Oh, I've been holding on to that for so long.
I did not expect the kindly old man to be the big bad guy for this one.
Oh.
You sneaky word I can't say on Twitch.
So, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please make sure you drop us a follow. And remember that we stream on Twitch every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So if you are watching us on YouTube, we will see you there. And if you're watching on Twitch, we'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.
You son of a bitch!
You're an evil man, Dragon.